Oh, we're live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Started. Yes, hello. Greetings, fellow space travelers. Bionic Dance here. I am, in fact, in a state of disrepair just a little bit at the moment because I was, believe it or not, arguing politics with my dad on the phone and kind of lost track of time. I barely made it in time for the stream to start.
You're beautiful. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So here's the deal. While we wait for other people, how's about ya introduce yourselves? We'll start with Crazy Cat Lady, also known as Diana Clarion. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Diana Clarion, the Lavender Lady. How the heck are ya? Yes, I have my own YouTube channel and shows at Sundays at noon Eastern and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern with the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Bionic Dance.
Oh, stop
Who is
that.
Oh, come on.
She loves it. She loves it.
It's so hard to keep up this modest facade when you say things like that.
If you massage her ego anymore, she might fall asleep.
Okay. Got you there.
Yeah. Well, given that I'm the one in charge of the game, chances are you don't want to make me tired.
That's a point they're going. So there's Kate, there's Mom NATO, who some of you may know, who is the chief engineer and navigator. And yeah, there you are. And yeah, I'm lagging a little bit here because I'm looking at the YouTube. There's a little bit of a lag going on, but that's not a big deal. And as I've said many times, and increasingly inaccurately, we are kind of the view for YouTube, and I'm still working on who is Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes, well, the online quiz that I took said I'm either Whoopi Goldberg or Joy Behar. I'm not sure which one's more insulting.
If you're talking younger
I've never
Whoopi,
actually watched The View. I've just seen clips, and I've gotten the impression that there's nobody on that show that I'd agree with.
Oh, indeed. I have seen a few pieces of it. Well, I've been at the phlebotomist's waiting for the vampires to take blood from me. Why all of these?
That word.
What, the phlebotomist?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why they always have The View on, I don't know. It's either The View or one of those soap operas that they've got.
Well, at least it's not Fox News. And at least that quiz did not tell me I'm Meghan McCain.
Okay, fine.
That would be dreadful.
Yeah, that would be icky.
While we're
why don't we move around? Yeah.
Yes, Jen, why don't you tell the people who you are?
Hi, everyone. I'm Jen from Jen's Little Corner. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about science and debunk stupid people and talk about LGBTQ stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much me. Oh, I also get in fights with people on Twitter, although I haven't done that a lot lately because I haven't done much talking to idiots on Twitter lately because I've been sleeping a lot lately.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah.
Really would like it if more people would show up. I threw the link around, but
I wonder if Amanda's about. She wanted to say hi anyway. So,
did you put it on Twitter at large?
No, but I mean, okay, let's face it. I don't necessarily want everybody and their hamster coming into the stream.
Okay.
I mean, what if I threw the link out there and all of a sudden Steve McRae, and I'm like, no, I don't fucking know. So I mean,
she has a point. Yes,
so I mean, I threw it into a bunch of those Twitter private message threads we're on, and I sent it to a couple of individuals. But so far, you guys are the only takers.
Now, I'm just curious. Yeah. How many other streams have you ever? How many of these have you advertised? I mean, if this is only the second one, for example, maybe it have some time to catch on or something.
I suppose, but I thought people liked the Quiplash.
So did I. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have made no effort whatsoever to hide the room code, and so anyone can play if they get in fast enough. It's just we'll be the only ones talking about it. at least in real
Yeah, it's
time.
more fun. We want a couple more people here than just the three of us, because this was the three of us the other
enough.
day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
think I have to accept the fact that within the YouTube atheist community, I'm not exactly the most liked person in the world.
Oh, come off it, Kate.
And
You are liked by lots of us.
Okay, yes, but there's a lot of people who don't like me. Hey, let's air a little bit of
Oh,
dirty
a lot of people who
laundry.
don't
Guess
like
who just
me. What
unfriended
difference
me
does it
on
make?
Facebook? Guess who just unfriended me on Facebook? Matt
Oh, who's that?
Dillahunty.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, you had mentioned
You know
that.
why?
And
Because I said I'm not voting for Biden.
And yeah,
I'm not voting
I
for
really-
Trump either, mind you. I just refuse to vote for a lesser evil instead of an actual good. So, but apparently that was a bridge too far for Matt freaking Dillahunty. So, yeah.
Well, we'll see how. We'll see how
Amanda's
Amanda's
doing a video at the moment, so she cannot hop in. So
yeah, we'll see how I do with Seth Andrews, because he had posted something about, why is everybody all over everybody? Why can't we just get together? Implying, vote for Biden. And it's like, I told him why I really am hesitant to. So let's see if there's any good that comes of it.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the conversation I was having with my dad, but whatever. Point being, there are definitely some people out there who are not my biggest fans, and some of them are quite vehement about it. And so maybe that's part of it. Of course, I also take issue with certain bits of the very cliquish and clannish parts of the current YouTube atheist community. It feels remarkably like high school, where there's the cool kids and then there's all the freaks that latched onto each other because, let's face it, who else will?
No argument from me. Yeah.
Oh, I actually like Ventus's point about Matt, because it was one that I had last year.
I didn't see. Where are we?
I see. It's yes, Matt Dillahunty, the man who's an atheist leftist till the very moment either of those are tested.
Okay.
Well, no, Daniel Hardwick there. I think maybe they like you, just not your opinions. No. Believe me when I say that they don't like me. They've made it very, very clear.
Oh, if you're talking Steve, yeah, he's definitely made that very clear.
Not just Steve, but yeah. Apparently, I have a tendency to rub some people the wrong way. I don't know. Regardless, you know what? Why don't we start up a game? Because this is starting to be not about Quiplash.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have fun. We don't need to have a bitch
Start up a
session.
game. You people can join in if you like, and we can have some fun while we wait for other motherfuckers to join the stream.
Hey, Mr. Shadow Kitty.
Hey, Shadow Kitty, you want to come in, play the game?
So the code apparently is.
I like that one.
Oh my, okay. Get over here.
What? How did you get to be the first one? I typed this in and clicked. Oh, it's like totally lagged to shit. I might have to restart this so I can actually get in. There we go.
Yay.
Oh, that took you a while, Kate.
I know. My browser was just sitting there. And that was also not the name I entered in. I don't know what happened. I guess the website timed out or something.
Yeah, as long as you can play. Everybody's in.
Well, we've got a full dance card. That's okay.
Yep, that's always a good thing.
Theme song, check. Schmitty, check. Players.
Schmitty.
I had a dream that you were all together. Well, it was actually a nightmare, but let's get started. And remember, any extra players can join the audience at any time by entering the room code. Audience members' votes count.
So, can you guys hear the game well enough?
Yes,
Yep.
I can.
Yeah, it's fine.
Answer them however you want. Your responses, or quips, will be pitted against someone else's, and everyone will vote on their favorite.
Can't help bopping around to the music a little.
I know, it's sort of an earworm.
At stake. Go.
All right.
Oh my.
right, that'll have to do. I mean, yeah, there's huge lag. Everyone and their hamsters on the internet and watching Netflix.
Well, I'm not happy with those answers at all.
Well,
Yeah, mine aren't all that funny, but oh well, we'll see.
No.
I like my first answer, but I'm not sure the crowd will. My second answer was just way to hell too easy. I suspect the other person will come up with something similar.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, yeah, you're probably thinking what I'm thinking, and I might be thinking what you're thinking.
Was it the one about the airplane?
Oh no, actually
Okay.
not. I thought you were going with the one historical theory.
Nope. I don't know that one.
Oh,
The first prompt is an item on every.
Oh dear,
grocery
cucumbers.
list. Okay.
Oh, that's horrible. Whoever.
oh
my God.
I can't vote for that on principle.
I
have to. I
had
have
to vote for that one. That's perfect.
Yes.
Wow, really? Hello, little girl. Want some candy? You know?
Next in line, the worst ringtone for
Oh,
a cell
dear.
phone. Vote on your device.
Yeah, okay.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's not very earwormy, this music. Yeah. Although, the audience all
Oh,
went,
the audience.
most of them anyway, went the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Kennedy's original speech said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask blank." Time to vote.
I'm not self-serving, not at all.
No, not at all.
No.
I'd make an excellent politician. Yeah.
Ooh.
I had confidence in that one. That's the one I thought would do well. The one that I'm not sure will do well has yet to come.
It's voting time.
Oh my, oh my. Okay,
Reminds me of that
let's try
episode of
one.
Friends. Hey, guess what? The fifth dentist cave. Now they're all recommending Trident. Oh, I love Chandler. He's the best on that show. Wow.
Well,
That was split.
like mines. There
You
we
don't
are.
see ties that often. Not with the
Yeah.
audience, anyway.
Next,
Yeah.
nickname for
Oh,
the Mona
dear.
Lisa. Time to vote.
What?
I don't get either of those.
It's
I-
that whole self-portrait thing.
What, you think Leonardo da Vinci looked like a weirdly high woman?
There's a theory out there that the Mona Lisa is a self-portrait of Da Vinci. Yeah.
I've never.
Except they
couldn't-
know who
I
he
couldn't
painted
think
it
of
of.
any- Say again.
They know who he painted it of, though.
Okay, so that fixes that one. But
Well, I mean,
it's the only thing that came to my mind.
when you make these obscure ass historical references, no one's gonna get it.
Vote on your devices.
Yeah.
Both good answers.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I knew my audience.
No, you didn't. You just knew the other players. How is that not a Quiplash?
The best way
I don't know.
to cold winter night.
Shut up, Clarion.
It's voting time.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Oh my!
Oh, shit. I think one of the cats is misbehaving and I can't get up to do anything about it.
Oh no!
I just bought a double wide buttload of kibble, so.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Star Wars reference will win it.
Something
Yeah.
at a yard sale.
A yard.
Yes. Oh god.
Do, 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 do.
All right, let's see what we're doing.
Wow.
Mm.
Actually, they're ugly German truths. I think you don't have to get the audience to get a quiplash.
No, you don't. I think you get more points for it though if you do.
Ooh, second place.
And I'm in good old last place. Yay! Let's keep up the good work. Come on, Clarion.
Round one.
Oh, come on.
Do, 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 do.
My second answer was terrible, but whatever.
Well, I think that's two of us.
I mean, my first answer was okay.
I don't even remember the first question that I did. Oh well.
Oh, the first question was, what's that smell?
There you are. Yeah.
We're waiting on you over there. Uh-oh.
Oh, first one. A new name for kumquats.
Oh, dear. Ew. A cum squat.
Yes.
Totally. Spunk leaders. That's just horrid. Wow. I did not see that coming.
Kumquats are fucking revolting.
Oh, dear.
I had one.
Hot!
Voting time.
There's an answer that could only work now.
Yep.
Yep.
Kind of surprised. We seem to have 28 people watching and only 2 audience members voting. What's up with that, guys? You go to jackbox.tv and you type in the room code up there, and you can vote as well.
Yes. Vote early and often.
Often enough, and just make sure the Republicans don't win.
A good place to vote. Vote on your devices.
Why not? Do you reckon Trump actually hides his in his shorts?
I don't want to know what Trump hides in his shorts.
Do your boogers lose their
Those are on
flavor?
grabbing
Only Melania knows.
Next next in line, come up with a really bad football penalty that begins with intentional. Time to vote.
Oh man.
Fine.
Oh, fine. I didn't even want to know you're thinking there. Rockin'. Ngang, 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 ngang. I love that sound they make.
Okay, next one. Come up with a title for an adult version of any classic video game.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Maybe it's not Quiplash I'm thinking of, but there was one game where, like, if you didn't give an answer, they would fill one in for you.
The Last Supper. It's voting time.
This is my blood. This is my, what was the other one? This is my blood. This is my
body.
flesh. This is my mayonnaise. This is my chocolate bar.
Ooh,
And the audience takes it. The audience
they
upset
did.
it.
Coming up next, the biggest issue facing the town of Margaritaville. Time to vote.
Wait.
Oh, ran out of space.
Someone, yeah. That is an issue. They don't necessarily give you enough characters to work with sometimes.
It's a really tiny amount, really.
It's supposed to be what looked like lemons were really tennis balls. And how did I know that?
Yeah,
Because you wrote it.
You gotta be brief in these answers. Ngang, 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 ngang.
Next one. Why should you never turn your back on a penguin?
She'll hit you with a ruler.
Yeah, that's what I would have said.
Every penguin? What the heck's a penguin?
A sanguine penguin? I don't know.
Oh, Quiplash. Oh, the audience preferred the other one.
I got me feeling I'm gonna win this one.
And that's all for round 2. Fire at the scoreboard.
I mean, if I can get out a second in the feist. Oh, baby, do you know what that's worth?
A win without this round, you could fail this round and win.
That's true. That's true.
Point values are triple, or everyone gets the same prop this time.
And remember, you can vote up to 3 times for the answer. Oh, God.
Do, 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 do. I'm not paying attention to the chat. Who's chatting?
Oh, God damn it. I was just about to hit enter.
Get in.
Oh, no.
Oh,
3 votes. You can give them all to one answer or spread them out.
It, like, seriously, literally less than a second more, and I would have... That was bull.
Yeah, definite. I thought it gave you a little bit longer than that. Ow. Ow, I hate when my muscles cramp. Okay, come on, fingers.
You know, they really should have the timer on your screen on jackbox.tv so you know how much time you have left without having to look elsewhere.
Damn good idea. Damn good idea.
Yeah.
Ew.
But it's meant to be the worst thing.
Thank you.
It was really the only one I liked. Well, let's see what happens, I guess.
That's all. Now for the final scores.
Survey says... I still win. Oh my god.
You made it, Kate. Well done.
I'm shocked by this.
Well, I don't know. Or should I be here in a white pantsuit doing one of these?
Well, okay, here we are.
Okay.
JXKR. JXKR is the code. So if you want to play or just be in the audience, you type in that code on jackbox.tv and you too can participate in the fun. Hello, Exodus 21V20.
Hi! Yay!
Well, if by God you mean George Lucas, a bearded man who created a galaxy, a father, a son, and a ghost, good versus evil, then yes, I do believe in God. His name is George Lucas.
Mm.
I'm just saying. Oh, hey, I get to do the thing with the thing, don't I? There we go.
If you're going to talk world building, wouldn't J.R. Tolkien be a god?
Nah, he only created a world, not a whole galaxy.
Yeah. And the real estate was already there, wasn't it?
Plus, well, okay, I like to, even though he came first, I like to refer to Tom Bombadil as the Jar Jar Binks of Middle-earth.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Either the answer I just gave will totally connect with people or they'll hate it, and I don't know which. It's one of those.
I just don't know. That was a shitty answer for that one, but what are you going to do?
Okay. Any Star Wars made by Disney is not really Star Wars.
Our first prop is a terrible food truck will be one that goes around selling only blank. Okay,
Oh,
everyone,
dear.
vote for your favorite.
And you know what? I suspect I know whose answer humble pie might be.
You have no idea.
No idea whatsoever.
None.
Try to remember here, ugly German troops. When was the last time that... and I was totally right. When was the last time that did anything? I don't remember the last movie Joe Pesci was in. I really don't.
She knows me too well. You know this, right?
All too well, yes.
The person you married is blank.
Steve McRae, Donald Trump. I have to admit, I'm surprised neither one of those was the answer.
Oh my! I'll tell you what. Either one of those could be a problematic.
Don't say that in public. It's liable to get you beat.
Ow!
Time to vote.
I like that.
Yeah, that works. I like it. Yes, definitely.
Hmm.
Well done.
Or roll. Thank you, audience.
And next, an odd casting choice would be Clint Eastwood as.
Oh dear.
It's voting time.
Well, I don't know. Jesus
I-
Christ, Vampire Hunter would actually work pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
know,
I tend to
I
agree with
know
that. I
who
would
the
have
My
said
Pillow
Mother
guy
Teresa.
is. Like I know in the most vague terms who the My Pillow guy is, but I really don't have the details. Like I think I saw his footage, but I didn't even know that's what he was called at the time. And then when everyone said, I'd only sort of remembered what he'd said.
Helpful advice.
No,
would be
no.
Mario.
I went with the lesser of two evils, and this is what happens when you do that.
Those are both terrible.
Yow. That's another lesser of two evils.
Oh, I could totally see Clint Eastwood being a vampire hunter. Come on. Wow, even split from the audience.
Yeah.
Next up. Time to vote.
Oh. I like that. So that's a whole new meaning to Where's Wally?
Who put that in? Yeah, of course.
Oh, hey-o. Go me. That was awesome. Like I said, that was either one everyone would go for or no one would give a shit about. Oh, give a shit. I see what I just did there.
Yes.
It's voting time.
I'm going to go with that one, even though it's not properly spelled.
Yeah,
Like
I'm kind of the same there.
But still. Incidentally, if you're just joining us, go to jackbox.tv, type in the room code over there in the corner, and you too can be at least in the audience, if not joining the game when we refresh. Because who doesn't want to participate as well, huh?
Right.
Time to vote.
Okay.
Man, that's a difficult choice, actually.
Yes.
I'll go with that one.
Yeah, I went with what I liked best, even though I don't think it's the one that'll win. And I'm wrong. It is the one that won.
Quite well.
By the way, if there's anyone out there in YouTube lands who thinks I can never admit when I'm wrong, look at what I just did, okay?
Yes.
You should be in the lead there, Kate.
Well, I already am.
Easily.
And now I still am. Woohoo! There's a chance I'm good at this game.
Yeah. Just a
A
little bit.
little.
Oh man.
I think I'm not proud of one of those answers.
Man.
Oh well. No, I don't have the home field advantage. I mean, because people don't know who did what answer, so
Yeah.
And it happens a lot when I'm in other people's streams as well. Although when I'm in Math Pig's stream, I tend to win only every now and then. So
Campaign slogan for a congressperson.
oh dear.
Okay,
Vote for me. I don't steal as much as everybody else. Oh, jeez. Gee,
That is
what are
a
those
really
answers is
bad-
topical?
That is really bad. Mm. Wow, I'm surprised people voted for the other one. Whoa, did we just get a tie? We did.
We
Crazy
did.
pants.
Next in line, a good name
Oh,
for
no.
a clearly nudist colony. Vote on your
Wow, I'm seeing a theme.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm going to go with that one instead of the other one because I think it's more clever.
Moo.
They're both good though.
Well, yeah, but I guess I was wondering, like, bags is in under the eyes? I didn't know what you meant by
Oh.
bags. Like
I was
saddlebags?
looking, sort of, yeah, with the stuff that is all piling up there. And it's like, I had to come up with something that went with sags.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my. They're both. One's wishful thinking for the audience and another's wishful thinking for the president. Yeah.
Whoa, holy audience, Batman.
wow.
Nyang, 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 nyang.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
geez.
I love that sound that they make.
Secret to a great marriage.
Live on opposite sides of the country.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
Again, I'm sensing a theme.
Yes.
Although you kind of got to go with the one that offers alcohol as well.
Yes,
Wow,
absolutely.
who doesn't love alcohol, am I right?
Yeah.
Not a quiplash, but I'll take it.
And blackjack and hookers.
Next one, a message found in a bottle floating in the sea.
That's recycled.
It's
Cut! I like it.
Ow. I don't know. Cherokee.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, audience. Thank you,
Okay.
audience.
It surprises the Kate.
And next is an odd painting to hang above your bed. Vote on your devices.
Oh.
I don't know. For some reason, what's going through my head is the Cistern Chapel. I know that's terrible, but still.
Yeah, but it's
Do you think they meant with the ex-wife's cat, not actually a paint? Oh, so
Wow.
is it a painting, Diana, or is it just a Wow, that was good.
Okay, next one. The perfect song to
Oh,
hum on the
no.
toilet.
Oh, I gotta go with that.
Oh, wow. My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR. Anyway.
Oh, where? There it is. There it is. Palco City.
Wow. Wow, the audience swings it. The audience swings it.
And that's another use for gravy.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow, if you're only just now hearing the Cistern Chapel, we have some serious weapons grade lag going on.
There is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yay.
I had to do that. I felt actually really bad about, but still.
Round 2 is now complete. Let's see who completed it well.
Come on, Clarion. Last place. Last place.
No,
Oh,
no.
darn it.
Oh my
Holy
God. I have
crap.
such a lead.
You do.
Last match, final round. Stakes are tripled. There's just one problem.
I gotta get more intelligent friends. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Come on, I'm kidding. Oh no.
From which to make a pair of pajamas.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, at least this time I got my answer in.
I know it's not the greatest in the world. I'm just not clicking on all cylinders today. And then Kate's sitting there. What do you mean today?
And out your vote.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, no.
Wow, I like that one. That's a good one. Well, I'll just say it. The one I meant was the body of Christ, because I'll say it 'cause that's
Okay.
not mine. I like that one a lot.
I do too.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. That might influence a few people. Assuming the audience is indeed voting, if you want to vote, if you want to be part of the audience, or perhaps join the game when we start another one, be sure to check out the room code. Enter that in on jackbox.tv. Porcupine hide.
With quills, I assume.
Yeah. Mhm.
Toilet paper rolls. Should have been used paper rolls.
No, there's the one.
Ew.
But you upvoted it. Jeez,
Oh, wait
you
a
know.
minute. I finally think I got that name. Is that like Hif from New York? Because I've been pronouncing it Hifromini. Or Hi from New York. Oh, it's Hi from New York. I've been saying Hifromini for like ages.
Hi from New York. It's Thursday night.
Okay,
Well,
either
no.
mine got no votes or a lot of votes.
Yeah, there you are.
No votes. Oh, fucking
Holy
Damn,
shit,
guy.
man.
all
The
right.
hell?
All right.
Oh, I didn't catch you. It was impossible anyway.
She's
I'm
just
not
that
even
good.
proud of that victory, though. That third round, not one vote. I feel dirty. I'm just saying. Okay, so for those of you watching, if you want to join in and play, go to jackbox.tv. We are going to start a new game. So when you get to jackbox.tv, you will enter in the new room code, which is VYAN. Go for it.
One good thing about the lag is we get plenty of time to be first.
There you
There
are.
is that.
Mm.
Still need more players.
Well, we could type the code in because they probably get it quicker. Oh no, I got it.
Go. 3 more. Just 3 more, yeah. Oh, glad.
Come on, there are a bunch of you guys out there. You
And
got to
here
come
we
on. There
go.
are 28 watching. There have to be some of you who want to come on in.
So, and for those of you who didn't get in the game, I hope you still go in to be audience members. You get to vote. You get to participate. You're not just watching our dumb butts have fun.
There you go.
Yeah. I think I already know who the funny one is. Well, we'll see about that.
Funny looking.
This is round 1. You get points based on
Round 1.
how you like your answer. Bonus if you get more votes.
Fight.
Go.
Allez, here we are.
Oh my. Oh no.
That was a dumb question.
Yeah. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't eat all of these yet, did I?
Okay, here we go.
I am not proud of my first answer.
Take any U.S. president's name
Oh, dear.
and turn it into something inappropriate. Okay, pick your favorite.
Wow. Of all the presidents we've had, I did not expect to see one in George Washington. Wow. That was pretty definitive right there.
Yay! Yay! That's one of her 3 good answers tonight. Yeah.
Water sold in the land of Oz.
Oh, that one.
What are your devices?
Oh, no.
I phoned this one in. Well, it still won, but I'm not proud of it.
Coming up next, the name of a new game show that sounds terrible.
Uh-oh.
Time to vote.
What? Oh, I'm voting for the one that made any sense at all.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a reference I'm missing. Is anyone else missing a reference?
I am definitely missing the reference.
Well, Apollo Ryan, whatever. Please explain it in the comments, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, because I don't get that at all. Is it something to do with
either.
or?
Next up, your personal catchphrase if you were on one of those Real Housewives shows. It's voting time.
I haven't even seen any of the Real Housewives shows.
Me either.
Yeah, me neither.
No desire to see one.
Same.
Did I?
Wow, there must be a lot of lag if you're just now hearing Engorged Washington. Shit.
So I'm not the only one who lags like crazy. Okay, I feel a little bit better.
Next one.
I thought it might have been my my system.
There. I shouldn't have even started with my answer about the crystal dildo because now everyone's gonna do it.
It's that great fallback, you know.
Yeah, kind of like Steve McRae's penis cozy is a great fallback.
Yes.
Oh.
Bang.
Wow, Quiplash. I believe that's the first Quiplash for this game, isn't it?
I thought there was at least one more.
Possibly.
Time to vote.
Okay, who is this person that's just doing the one letter repeated a lot? Because that's the second time this has happened, and I assume it's the same person.
Oh my! I don't know how they
It is the same.
Yeah, it is the same person.
Okay, what's up with that?
I don't know to you is not going to. You're less creative than I am. For Christ's sake.
And next, a possible entry in Gary Busey's dream journal. Tonight,
Who's-
I think blank.
Who's Gary Busey?
It's voting time.
Wow, I'm sensing a theme. Gary Busey, he's an actor. He gets in a lot of trouble off camera. He's Jake Busey's father.
I guess that helps.
Yeah. I figured you have that, Kate. Yours is clever.
I mean, in a pop culture, that's not me, definitely. You know that. You know how backward I am.
Try to heat in the microwave.
Oh dear. Now I'm curious what happens to lube if you heat it in the microwave. I'm
there.
tempted.
Yeah, that would be a great video. I suppose it depends on the lube involved.
That's all for round one. Here's the scoreboard.
Mark Clary in last place.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. For once, I'm not in first place.
For round two, everything is worth double, twice as much.
Oh, man.
What?
I don't know. That answer sucked.
Yeah. They weren't great questions.
That one was awful.
Okay, it's time for some Quiplashery. Our first prompt is a short motto everyone should live by. Okay, everyone, vote for your favorite.
Yeah, the crystal dildo thing's getting old already.
Yes, it is.
Like, I'm almost to the point of, unless you're extraordinarily clever, I'm not voting for a crystal dildo answer. Oh, and by the way, if you're just joining us on the stream, go to jackbox.tv, type in the room code, and you can at least be in the audience and participate if you like.
Well, the crystal dildo answer potentiated a quiplash.
Vote on your devices.
Okay.
I'm going for the one that actually sounds like, even though it's not true. Well done, Kate.
I was trying to play to my audience, and also I couldn't think of a damn thing, so...
Okay, next one.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Time to vote.
I want to
Oh.
see that. I would very much like to see a Statue of Liberty model made out of toenail clippings.
Yeah, that would be right up there with what is it?
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was right up your alley.
That too. Full-scale model of the Taj Mahal made entirely of oleomargarine.
Wow, it looked like a lot of people didn't vote, like at all.
Next in line, a ridiculous government agency that no one knows about.
I've seen that that question before.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Done.
This seems to be
Wow. Right.
Lord. It's a short question list. I
Wow, look at the
Well,
audience.
the audience.
Wow.
Oh, we got ourselves a
Definite
tie. My
wow.
word.
Wow.
That's a thing you don't see very often.
The name of
Tosha Batranda.
overweight leprechauns. Vote on your devices.
This has not been a great round.
No.
I was going for 4-leaf clover, 4 stone over.
Yeah.
Next one.
Ew. Ew.
Smegma. Would you like some smegma on your white crack?
Roosters,
People
castor
would
oil
hate
plate
that.
with a real glycerin vibraphone.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm surprised anyone in the audience went for it, to be honest.
Coming up next, the hit song from the
Oh,
Broadway
no.
show, Bart the Musical.
Break like the wind. Wasn't that a Spinal Tap song, Break Like the Wind, or am I thinking of something else?
It's been years since I've seen Spinal Tap. I don't remember the
Yes,
song
it's
title.
Spinal Tap. It's Spinal Tap. I just looked it up. It's Spinal Tap.
Okay.
Wow. and
Ooh,
the
audience.
wins it. Surprising.
And next is a not very scary name for a pirate.
Oh, boy.
George.
Vote on your device.
Oh, wow. That's good. I like that. Wow. Ngang, 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 ngang.
We've reached the end of round 2. Let's see what happened.
I did not do well, and I know it. What? What?
Holy, yeah, that's
Wow.
I'm not doing my math because I did not think. Okay.
And now,
All
that's a
right.
definition of I'm not doing very well that obviously I have not heard before.
the same
I
Yeah.
honestly thought I was getting stomped on that. I looked at my answers and oh no.
English term for vagina.
Oh no.
What? Oh man.
I'm phoning this one in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that I was sucking like the mighty Hoover, okay? I did not.
Oh, that's a crappy question. You'd think it'd be a good one, but it's such a shit question.
Mm.
And of course,
All right, we're
when I
ready.
see other
And
answers,
remember, you can vote multiple times. Oh my gosh, that's horrid, and I love it. All right, I voted for one of them once, one of them twice.
Yeah, there's some good answers there.
Yeah. Although some of them are slightly, let's call it regional. Like in the United States, we don't say cunny.
But it does say Old English.
Yeah, I know, but still. Frankly, I'm shocked someone voted for that.
Yeah, it's actually Anglo-Saxon, so that's another.
Bat cave.
Oy.
Well, I'm starting to think either I got a lot of votes or none.
I'm thinking.
Oh, there we go.
You got a few.
Oh, glad.
That's it.
Yeah, Pixie.
Scores.
Survey says
Kate for the win.
Man, you're on a roll tonight, huh?
actually
Is
I'm on a
that 3
bagel.
in a row?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
So, for those of you just joining us, if you want to participate either as a player or in the audience, and yes, the audience does get to participate, go to jackbox.tv and enter the room code that's not up yet because that's the old one, the one that will be changing. So, when you see a new room code, and I will be announcing it as well, type it in and you get to play.
Do the audience participants get trophies?
I don't think so. Okay, the room code is GEVR. That's General Electric Virtual Reality, GEVR.
You can just imagine there being a General Electric virtual reality as well.
General Electric? Sorry. I've watched a little bit too much How I Met Your Mother.
Blake, hi!
We still need 3 more players.
Hop in the chat.
Oh, please. They won't let me kick someone named that, will they? One of you is a butt munch. I don't know which one, but one of you is a butt munch.
Hey, welcome to Quiplash. We've been expecting you. Hey, welcome to the pizza party, you guys. There's no pizza. I wish I had given up pizza.
Now I want pizza.
Yeah, fuck you and his pizza.
Because of this stupid quarantine, I'm not sure if you can even still get any.
Oh my. Okay, wait a minute. Oh my. Oh man.
Okay, I'll take that. I don't know whether I was clever or stupid, but then every time I say that, I seem to win. So let's see what happens. And for the record, no, the game is not rigged. I'm just that awesome.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Humble, too. I'm extraordinarily humble. There is no one as modest as I am. And again, if you're just joining us, the room code is over there. You can be part of the audience and vote. Oh, hey, Mama Atheist is here. How you doing?
Amanda.
Let's start this show.
Yes.
First up, the last person you'd consider inviting to your birthday
William
party.
Shatner, Steve McRae.
Okay.
You know, if you know your audience, you know your audience over here. You know, I heard that Steve McRae recently made fun of me, like on his channel or in a live stream somewhere. I don't know where, and I don't care to watch it. I just thought it was funny. Now, you know, I might have voted for that if it was a flat earther rather than moon landing, but
Yeah.
Okay, then.
A completely
Oh,
wrong
no.
way to spell Jennifer Aniston.
Donald Trump, Steve McRae. Oh, that's terrible. That is so bad, and I have to vote for it anyway, but my word. Oh. You remember when she was going out with Ben Affleck and everyone called them Benifer?
Oh, no.
Wow, the audience by a nose.
Oh, wow.
That is so bad, and you should be ashamed of yourself, but that's why it's funny.
Advice, never stick your tongue into blank.
I should have got that one. And it's Paltrow's vagina, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Well, you get the same effect just by licking candles, so.
Oh, man. I thought, oh, well. Oh, well. Ngang, ngang, ngang.
Next one, a bad reason to call 911.
Oh, dear. I sense pineapple pizza being a theme now. There's always, every game of Quiplash, there's something people latch onto and always post.
Yeah, especially when Math Pig is playing.
The audience swings it.
So we
Brian
just
knows
need the answer
still.
that's diamond dildo and pineapple pizza.
Coming up next.
No, crystal dildo, wasn't it?
Yes.
Time to
Oh, all right, Kate. You
I
can
have
have
no
those points.
idea who supplied that one.
No idea at all. Ah.
Oh, boy, shit.
Wow. And the audience swings it.
Yay.
Okay, I will say, as long as it's Hawaiian style with the ham, I'm pretty okay with pineapple pizza.
vote on your devices.
Oh, man.
Because, I mean, honestly, like with the ham, it's decent. But otherwise,
yes, yeah.
pineapple on pizza is an abomination, much like vertical video. In fact, if one were to film people eating pineapple pizza in vertical video, I'm sorry, but you have to die. I mean, that you should be executed by the state. Like, that's what Matt Powell should be saying you should be executed by the state for.
So that it is ruined by the word but.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
What is Scream Butt supposed to be?
Yeah, that's
If I remember correctly, wasn't Scream the Allen Ginsberg poem? I saw the best minds of my generation. What the fuck was it?
I don't know. I think that might have been a little too obscure for some of us.
yeah.
Okay, I did not supply it. I promise you.
You know, a Midsummer Night's Butt, a Midsummer Butt Dream. I don't know. Well, either one of those will work. I would shoot paper clips at my coworkers.
There you go. Yeah.
And then pretending
Surely
it
you can
wasn't
find
me.
something better than paper clips.
Pornhub was going to win that one. There was just no way around that.
Yeah, but that's a logical answer. Well, not really. No, Pornhub, not all that great.
That's the end of round one. Let's take a look at the scores.
Pineapple and onion?
Oh, my.
You need to go away permanently.
Wow, we are not doing good.
Yeah, for once, I'm getting my butt kicked. Oh dear.
Oh man.
Oof.
I don't know.
I do not feel good about my answers, but whatever. Banana and curry pizza.
Oh, ow.
Oh my word. I mean, okay, chicken curry is good. Like, say, for example, chicken tikka masala. Hamana.
Oh, yes.
Actually, I have to wonder, like, pizza made with masala sauce. I don't know if the cheese
dial
would work.
buddy.
I don't know if the cheese would work, but
Now you have me wanting to look up a chicken tikka masala recipe.
there's got to be a way to make a good curry pizza. You know what? Just pour curry sauce on naan and I'm good. You know?
Okay, yeah.
The first prompt is a good name for an erotic bakery.
Oh dear.
Okay, pick your favorite.
There's an erotic bakery in Seattle, and I forget what it's called. Oh, it's just called the Erotic Bakery. Never mind.
Okay.
Two buns and a French loaf.
Thank you, Kate.
Honestly, if you had just gone with hot cross buns, it would have been fine.
Oh, that too.
Proposed marriage.
The hell's gobbly tech? What the hell's gobbly tech?
No idea. Zero zilch, not up.
It sounds like something out of a British fantasy novel, or maybe Harry Potter. Well, if someone watching wants to tell, what the hell is the sewers of Gobbly tech?
And next, the name of a dog food brand you probably should not buy.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Really? Well, thank you, audience.
And
coming up next, a terrible vacation idea, going to visit the Museum of Blank.
terrible flash answers.
But that's a good museum.
Okay.
That would be an amazing vacation. You know, seeing their desiccated corpses and big old blocks and all of that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they have that exhibit that like, I don't know if it's still there, but it was all literally dead bodies.
Oh, that was
like, you know what I'm talking about? They had it here in San Diego. It's a I think they just called it the Bodies exhibit.
Oh my.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Time to vote.
Well, that's not okay. See, I think someone who's doing this is not realizing we want comedy.
Right.
You know, I mean, if we were to play this game giving as literal an answer as possible, it'd be a very different game.
Mm-hmm.
And yet the audience swings it. Maybe I'm wrong, because I never would have. Okay, it's not funny, but okay.
Next up. Vote on your devices.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, man.
See, I
The
gotta tell
topical
you,
is always going to win.
if the white coat was covered in blood, I'd be like, wow, this is a bad doctor. Must be the first day on the job, huh?
Oh, damn it. I just missed.
Oh,
Wow, we got ourselves a tie.
wow.
Okay, next one. A business or service
Oh,
that
dear.
shouldn't have a drive-through window.
That was one I thought of. Yes. Oh,
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
They both work, but one works better than the other.
Well, who wouldn't want to drive through brothel, really? Whoa! Audience, I will find you and give you a very severe scolding.
And next is, where's the best place to hide from the shadow monsters?
Well, okay.
moo.
So I'm hoping that BM Furball is not bowel movement Furball.
That's the end of round 2. Let's take a
No, it is not.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, at least I moved up a place.
This is round 3, the last lash. Points are tripled, and everyone gets the same one single prompt this time. The last lash prompt is the worst thing about being a billionaire.
Not that this answer is in any way original, but seven, six. Oh, not that counting down will matter.
Oh, I ran out of space. Fuck it. I didn't realize it hadn't typed the end of it. Damn it.
While you're voting,
Oh, well.
Okay, being part of the Illuminati is a good thing. I mean, I have a feeling a lot of you did not read the instructions. Because these all sound like good things about being a billionaire, with like one exception. No, sorry, two exceptions. I mean, I guess some of them could be interpreted as snark, but
Yeah.
Mm.
nom, nom, nom.
Mm.
Nom, nom, nom. I wouldn't mind being part of the Illuminati. I liked that one. I gave it 3 votes.
Those num sounds vaguely remind me of Mars Attacks.
Wow.
Yay.
Nothing changed except for 2 people swapping places.
Yeah.
Whew. Man. So, I don't know. Are you guys holding up or are you feeling tired?
I'm fine.
Okay, good.
Okay.
In that case, let me just remind people that if we restart, there will be a room code. Go to jackbox.tv, enter in that room code. You might get in the game if you're fast enough, or you could be a member of the audience. You still get to participate. You get to vote on the answers. So let's select new players.
Moo.
And the new room code is KOHC. Go.
You beat me, Kate.
Oh, yeah, I'm the one holding the stick.
Ooh.
Yeah. Say it again.
Purple got in quick. Is he waiting down below, is he?
Well, we don't have anyone waiting to get into the stream, so I don't know what's up. But everyone's in, so we are going to play. If you are not in, still go to jackbox.tv, still enter in the code, and you will still be able to play. I mean, sort of. You get to vote.
Did you send BM the link?
How awesome we are.
Say
Diana,
again.
did you send BM the link?
Yeah, I did. So yeah,
You did.
to watch and everything. Yes.
I know, no, I mean to hop in and talk to us.
Oh no, I had not sent that to him. No.
The percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners bonuses at stake. Go.
I need to do that.
I typed in something that's true that I hope is also funny.
Oh, come on, you. Okay, there we go. See what that works. Yeah, let me get where is the okay, we're gonna copy that.
I'd say you might want to hurry because there's 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Oh, there we are.
Okay, it's time for
Whoops.
first one. What's in your bed when you sleep?
Oh, dear.
Okay, everyone, vote for your favorite.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I thought I typed in something that was true, but also
Yeah.
Eesh.
Okay, let's try that again over there. I know it's here somewhere. There it is.
Oh, one audience member. We got ourselves a Quiplash.
Oh boy.
What John
Oh,
Goodman's
no.
pouches smell like.
Oh jeez.
Time to vote.
Sadness and talking owls.
Mm.
I don't even know what that means. I think I saw it on a stand-up comedian routine once. Something about sadness and I don't know. That's right. It was something that Patton Oswalt had said. Wow, 2 Quiplashes in a row.
And that's the worst way to spell Mississippi. It's voting time.
Those were both really good. Oh. Wow. In fact, one of them, the more I look at it, the funnier it gets. And the audience.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
for
was
the
with
vote
you,
of
Grant, on
confidence. I was proud of that one, okay?
Missy Pissy is clever, but
I want to laugh.
The sound a tree actually makes when it falls, and no one is around to hear it. On your device.
That would be one I wish I could have answered as well.
By the way, if you're just joining us, yeah, jackbox.tv, type in room code, you can vote. Thank you.
Okay.
Ngang, 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 ngang.
A bad first line for your presidential inauguration speech.
Oh man.
Right.
Yeah, what is the
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your rears. Okay, never mind.
yeah.
Wow. That was not where I thought that was going, but okay.
Next up, the best use for a leftover meatball.
Oh dear.
It's voting time.
I don't like either of them.
Neither do
but
I.
one of them is, for me at least, definitively better.
Oh wow. I'm glad you guys appreciated it.
I mean, food fight was just too generic.
Yeah,
I agree.
It follows too easily.
You gotta be more clever.
The best way to defeat terrorism is
Flowers and puppies. Oh. Oi. Oi. Well,
Moo.
I know which answer I'm going with over here.
There you are. There you are.
And so does the audience. Yowza.
And next, the one phrase the NSA is tired of watching us type into Google.
Oh,
It's funny. There's a like a Wi-Fi server near me that says it burns when I pee.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's round one. Let's take a look at the scores.
I did not do well.
yeah, you and me both.
So that's why you're going to end up in first place, right?
Or fifth.
I'm amazed I made it to second.
Round two.
Really, I am.
And bonuses are double the drama.
I mean, I've been sucking all night. No, not that way. Oh no.
That's much better.
What are you doing, Sylvia? You are a kitty. You are a kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty.
For once, I'm actually happy with one of my answers. Like the last couple of questions, I was just not into it, but okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that last answer. That was shit.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, pick your favorite.
Oh,
No.
You know, I mean, there's already I guess a diapered Trump balloon, but still.
Well, there were the naked Trump statues. Yeah.
Yes, I have a picture of me in front of one of those.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Hmm. Well, I tried to give you some points there. Hi from New York. Hifromney.
Next in line, the most bitching thing you can airbrush on your van.
Oh dear.
It's voting time.
Actually, you know, I think I've seen one of those in the 80s.
the Wizard on the Unicorn or the
Yeah,
Trump.
like you get those people who are totally into metal, like 80s metal, like 80s hair metal, and they would have these
Okay.
wild fantasy scenes airbrushed on everything. It's just, yeah.
Next one, pants would be a whole lot better if they blank. Time to vote.
I'm sensing a theme.
Actually, there was a skit that was on, I think it was Kids in the Hall, about Prince pants that had no ass.
You know, a friend of mine gave me this. I really should get around to watching it at some point.
Okay,
Kids in the
then.
Hall.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Yay.
Okay, next one.
Butt out. That's what they called them.
If you click your heels 3 times and say blank.
I don't know. I was kind of hoping for like Hoster, 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 or Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. Of course, if you say Australia isn't real 3 times, you're saying it 6 times. Oh, wait, no, but you're clicking your heels 3 times. Never mind.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And next is the best thing about living in an igloo.
Oh, dear.
It's voting time.
I gotta go with that.
And imagine what you might get stuck to the inside of an igloo if you put it on the...
Yes.
Private time.
I'll just be
Never sit on the floor naked. I mean, you've always got to get careful because you might get your lips stuck.
Robert to demand in a hostage situation.
naked pictures of B. Arthur. Have you never seen what is it? Is it Air? It's not Airheads. Is it Airheads? Yes, it is Airheads. The one about the band that takes a radio station hostage to get their single played on the air. It's got like Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser and Adam Sandler in it.
Okay, then.
Okay, well, they wanted to plead insanity, so they made all of their demands really weird, and one of the demands was naked pictures of B. Arthur.
Something appropriate.
Oh, dear.
Time to vote.
Wow. Oh, this is a toughie. I'm going to go with that one, even though I think the other one's better. I don't know why.
Now, is yellow cake something I don't know yellow cake to be? Or
It's what
is
they
it-
get uranium from. It's hot radium. Yeah, uranium.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought it was
Radioactive.
uranium more. Yeah.
Coming up next,
Yeah.
It's voting.
Those are actually both pretty good. And
They
I'm not
are.
saying that just because one of them's mine.
Yay, cake.
Rockin'.
Round 2 is no more. Let's see the damage.
Hopefully I'll get out of 5th place. I mean, forward.
Oh, look at that. From second to second last. I love it.
That is crazy pants.
Welcome to the last lash, the final round. Stakes are tripled. There's just one prompt, and you're all getting it.
Time to be clever.
Life would be so much better if we all lived in blank.
Yeah. I have a horrible feeling that someone's going to type in the same thing I just did. Then again, if they were, it'd probably be up by now. So, you know. Anyway, if you are just joining us, you can participate if you go to jackbox.tv and type in the room code. If you're just in the audience, you can vote, but if you get in early enough, you get to actually play. Oh, Mr. Shadow Kitty, I love and hate you for this.
Oh, no. Right.
Okay, there were 3 that were worthy of votage. Oh, ugly German truths, that's awful, and I'm not even going to show it to people.
Oh,
What was it?
It's lucky for me that that music is not very earwormy, or I'd be hearing it for days. Nom nom nom.
Oh, well, thank you, ladies.
I like how we're the only ones who voted for you there. Thanks, Diana.
How do you like that? Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You got a point. You definitely have a point.
Wow.
I know a lot of people who do live in their own reality. That's the thing.
Wow, we all lived inside each other. That wasn't bad, but still. Survey says.
Hey, look at that.
Rockin'.
Well done, Kate.
First. This is what I look like when I'm a happy camper. So what do you think? You want to go again?
I'm up for it. I'm up for
So,
it.
for those of you just joining us, go to jackbox.tv, type in the room code when we have one, because that one's old.
9 p.m.
Join in.
Oh, is Blake here?
He's going to bed.
Oh, he's going to bed. Okay. Well, take care, sweetness.
So, the room code should be OARR.
Arr.
Blessed. Blasta. No,
You're in.
Yeah, you're in.
Moo. Moo, 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 moo.
Doom, 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 doom. Anyway, I'm just being a freak. And here we go. If you did not get in the game, join in anyway so you can vote as a member of the audience.
Hey.
And you can always leave your answers in the chat.
I don't know why I'm trying so hard to do a bad DJ voice, but
Thanks for starting this game, guys. Got me out of jury duty. Let's get going. This is round 1. You get points based on the percentage of people who like your answer, and a bonus if you get more votes than your opponent. Go.
oh dear, oh dear. I don't want to do this, but I have to. I have to. Oh, I don't want to do that, but I had to. Avast ye, scurvy swab.
I know what other question you got.
Do you? Does it have anything to do with rich people?
Yes.
I suspect we gave the same answer.
No, because I deliberately didn't.
Ah.
Okay, voting time. Pick your favorite.
I'm going with that one. I suspect not everyone will find it as funny as I do, but I'm going with Brian.
I wondered if that's what you were going to go for.
Wow.
Oh man, it's a tie.
Wow, split.
It's a tie.
Next in line, the name of the reindeer Santa didn't pick.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I'm not doing well at all today. Well, what else is new?
Actually, I kind of voted for yours.
Well, thank you.
I would have probably gone with something like Randy the syphilitic reindeer.
I don't know. I voted for the one that sounded like it could actually have been in the story.
I like both of them.
Oh my!
I'm gonna go with the Star Wars reference.
Yeah.
Ah, wow. Wow, this surprises me.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my!
Well,
Next up, a mean text you would send to break up with a Muppet.
oh,
I know that question. Yeah.
wow, that's good. Waka waka waka.
Boof.
Wow. Oh,
Hey,
wow.
Flash.
We got ourselves a bit of a quiplash.
Bing. Act.
Lower your devices.
Jeez.
A diamond encrusted crystal dildo. Seems a bit redundant, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I knew I was not going to do well on that one, but how could I resist?
Right. I mean, even if you did decry crystal dildos earlier, yeah.
I don't know, leave blank.
Oh dear. I wish I'd gotten that one.
Time to vote.
Hey, vegetarians, even the vegetables think you're wrong.
Okay, next one. A great name for a nude beach in Alaska.
Oh boy.
Vote on your devices.
That's
Oh,
they're,
no.
they're both terrible.
Yes.
They are.
I don't know. Although I'm trying to think of a good one now. Probably something involving gnome.
I sort of get the reference for the blue feet and boobies. Just remember, I'm the one that gets all the strange references.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Nickname for New Orleans. It's voting time.
You got that sinking feeling. Whoa, that sinking feeling. Anyway,
I see there was a theme going on there.
Oh, I had your back there, Diana. I had your back.
Tissue, yes. So I don't definitely don't sink.
One is in the books. Let's see the scores.
Okay, Clarion, last place. Come on.
I'm down at 5th again, which means it's going to be round 3 before I win.
It's time for round 2, where all point values are doubled. That's
I shouldn't
right,
have said
doubled.
that.
Oh my.
Oh, dear.
I wish you could choose the order you answered these in.
Oh. Phew.
But that's not weird. Oh man. Oh my. Damn it. Oh, Jesus Christ, that answer sucks so hard.
That was shit. Both my questions were crap.
I
There
actually
you are.
am kind of okay-ish with mine.
Let's start this show. First up, a prank the Supreme Court justices probably play on each other.
Oof.
Okay, pick your favorite.
I know.
I know. Backdoor gavel rammings.
It was such a shit question, wasn't it, Diana?
Yeah.
It really was. It was absolute shit.
You know,
It was shit the last time I saw it.
I've never used. Do Supreme Court justices use gavels at all?
The judges do. Yeah.
I don't.
Oh dear.
Vote on your devices.
Oh man.
Oh. I'm going with the sci-fi reference.
Yes, that's the People's Restaurant. That is.
You gotta tell them.
Yeah. Someone's not voting. In fact, it looks like a bunch of someones aren't voting. And I don't mean the audience, I mean players.
Yeah, we have 7 playing, right?
Instead of an actual curse word. Time to vote.
Okay.
Well, only one of those is an answer I'm happy with.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the
Oh.
more obscure curse word. Who wrote that?
Oh, for the love of Saint Gulick.
Yeah, Dreg's drinking son of a Martian is something I'm working into that Quinn Redshift thing I'm working on.
Ah,
I read
okay.
that as martini.
To share a hot tub with. Vote on your devices.
Wow. I like that one.
Do fish get rabies? Well, I suppose he's half fish and half man, so.
And oh, we got ourselves a tie. God, I apparently set someone off with my comment about Venus flytraps. Ew!
Oh no!
Ew!
Oh, no. That would no, that just wouldn't work. No.
I'm sorry, Kate.
Next one. Your devices.
I'm gonna go with that one. Speaking about being super tired, it's way too early for me to be this tired, but I am.
Yeah, because
we might only go a few more of these. I don't know, 1 or 2 more, maybe.
Okay.
And we've been at it for almost 2 hours anyway.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly the time went by.
Oh dear.
I like both of those. So I'm going with that one.
All right.
Oh, you, the audience got you.
Nom, 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 nom.
Next up, something you make a butler do the moment you hired him.
How many sexual? Oh
Your
gosh.
devices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
Bleh.
Also, it's spelled GIF.
Well, the peanut butter is JIF.
Let's see what happened.
Ooh.
Into second place. Well, let's see what happens with round 3.
This is round 3.
Actually, I'm starting to think that's not a DJ voice. I think it sounds more like boxing or wrestling.
Yeah, no, all we need is the bikini-clad lady with the sign walking around, you know. Oh,
Oh shit! What's that song?
You're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do, are you?
That's all I got.
Everybody's in. Give out your votes now.
I like that one. Ooh, actually, that one would be really cool. And is that even a song?
Which one?
High velocity impact spatter.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that one.
Honestly, there's only one of these I feel the need to vote for. But I can't vote for it more than once.
What do you mean you can't?
No, I mean, I can't. I'm able to, but I can't.
Oh, I got you. I got you now. I'm just a little dense, that's all.
Now, I only know that one as a movie.
Yeah, same.
See, and I thought that one would be really cool to see figure
Yeah.
skating. I couldn't say that was a bad one.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Okay. I suppose I could have done the Happy Happy Joy Joy song, but no,
The
I think
hamster
of it
dance.
now. Yes.
See, that was the one I liked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right on.
That's it. Let's take a look at the final
I'm sorry,
scores.
but someone's saying that they're going to rage quit because they're accused of being angry is kind of ironic. Well, one
Well
more?
then. Okay.
All right.
Who did we accuse of being angry? I don't remember accusing anyone of being angry.
Was a long time ago, and
Holy crap.
it's not important. Okay, new players, if you're just joining us, folks. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Yeah, new players, if you're just joining us, type in the room code, and you can either play or be part of the audience, depending on how quick.
Okay. There we are.
Uh-oh.
Oh
There we
man.
go.
That came so close. That would have been interesting. They have a BYOB as a code.
Hmm.
But I'm weird that way. You know that. Oh, where are we?
You know, every now and then I want to pronounce your screen name as Lavender instead of Lavender.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
Scandinavian, to be honest. Lavender. I don't know.
It actually comes into my mind that way. Okay, every now and then. The way I screw up other pronunciations of other words. Yeah. The lavender la
Hey,
di.
David.
Welcome to the
Mr.
game.
Wally's in.
Schmitzenstein, but you can call me Josh Schmitty Schmitzenstein, or just Josh,
Moo.
but not just Schmitzenstein. Okay.
Wow, and now you're rage unsubbing. Yeah, talk about
Huh?
irony.
In round one, you'll score points based on the percentage of people who preferred your answer. Have at it.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh boy. Um.
Más que alegro patianta y que decir. Oh man.
Yeah, my answers this time around were only okay, in my never humble opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for some Quiplashing. Starting things off, a word that should be in the dictionary but isn't.
Apistivist.
Yes.
Okay, everyone, vote for your favorite.
Okay, moist is totally in the dictionary. What are you doing?
No idea. No
And
idea.
I don't think a Feifei should be in the dictionary.
Yeah, but I had to select that one because moist already is.
I'm going to abstain.
Yeah, I abstain too.
But I totally agree with epistofist should be in the damn dictionary. Yes.
And next is it's voting time.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. If I knew the guy, if I knew who the guy was, and if I knew his thing, then maybe I could have had a better answer. Oh, well, thank you,
But
ladies.
still had a good answer. So
Next in line, a good name for a pet cemetery. Time to vote.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my, good name. That's the thing. Oh, I have no idea.
I'll take it.
Okay, next one. A rejected crayon color.
Clear.
Yeah.
oh,
I seriously wish I'd had this question. I
Yes.
wanted
Yes. That's brilliant.
yeah. Hmm.
Coming up next, a tourist attraction in hell.
oh,
Wait a minute, how is clear a color? Ghost in a jar. I don't see how that can be.
I don't see how that can be. No, it's the absence of any reflected light.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, it transmitted, all of it. I don't know.
Next up, if you don't have extra money, an odd thing to use as a tip for your
Oh dear. Used
Oh,
condom.
man.
I don't know. If it's like a hamburger joint, would you be cow tipping?
Yes.
oh, oh.
And next, a secret way to get stubborn ketchup out of the bottle.
Oh dear, oh dear.
It's voting time.
I don't even know what that one means. Do you mean come out as gay first? I don't
It's the
get
only
it.
thing I can think of, but. And again, ladies, thank you.
Next one, the first commandment in the new religion you started. Vote on your device.
Oh.
Oh, you gotta go with the support die, Lady Diana.
I'll be self-serving. What the hell?
So apparently, Explorer Questioner here, who's apparently grouchy and has decided to quit and unsub, has to stick around and see what people have to say about it instead of just going.
Push him away.
Well, at least it's not fifth.
Round 2 time, and to make it interesting, I'm doubling all the point values. You heard me.
Man, why am I all of a sudden so tired?
Well, that will happen to me from time to time. It'll be you're going, and all of a sudden, wham! It's like running into a brick wall.
Actually, I've been finding it difficult to get to sleep lately. I don't know why. Unless I get high first. It's really weird. Like, I can't sleep without it.
Well, I can see getting high helping to sleeping.
And it does help. It definitely does. Although it's not necessarily the most restful sleep in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, just the same way you don't want to get drunk when you're trying to fall asleep.
Okay, pick your favorite.
Oh, man.
I have a doormat that says, "Oh shit, you again." There's another one I wanted, though, where it says, "Come back with a warrant."
Have you seen the doormat that? What are those things called where they read something one way and then when you turn it upside down, it reads another way? The one that Hemant Mehta used on his banner.
Food chain that serves rabbit meat.
Oh dear.
One way. All right.
I
Yeah,
like both of them, but I'm going with that one.
I don't know what it is when you flip it like that. I know palindromes, but not that one.
I've seen the one where it on the
Well,
one
no.
way.
I'm not saying I don't know what you're talking about. I'm saying I
Oh,
don't
right.
know.
I know. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. The two ways it reads are welcome and then go away.
So I guess the question is, which way do you face it in front of your front door?
There you go. Yeah, and I guess it depends on your mood, you know?
I suspect both of them are true.
Yes.
Yeah. Although I have a suspicion the golden shower might be slightly easier to forget than a gerbil sodomy.
Oh, I did not expect it to break that way.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Next in line, you know you're really drunk when
You hit on Steve McRae.
I was going to say when Steve McRae looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I suppose that was too easy.
Yeah. Way too easy.
And by the way, I have never had Grudge say anything I took amiss. Not yet, anyway.
Grudge is very yay.
next up, 3 things are certain in life.
Oh boy.
Taxes and blank. Mona,
Oh.
Yeah. One of those is not certain. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah. There are a lot of things you probably shouldn't look up. Ha!
Who's not looking what up? Oh, okay.
something it's not a good idea to put in the overhead bin on an airplane.
Grandma.
Yes. Hey, well, there you go.
Man, I'm going with one of them because the other's too obvious.
Yes.
But neither of them are that great. Actually, I might have gone with the inevitable heat death of the universe, but close enough.
Hey, Quiplash.
Yeah, that might be our first in a while, isn't it?
Wow.
It is indeed. Yes.
And next is make up a curse word.
I do that all the time.
Oh.
Actually, the first one sounds almost like something that could exist.
Yeah, I like them both. That's awkward.
Huh. Well, that's disappointing.
Next up, a bad name for a hospital.
Oof.
Time to vote.
You ever hear the movie Deathbed, the Bed That Eats? It's a
No.
horror
No.
movie about an enchanted bed that eats people. And it
Jeez.
is so bad. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Worse than Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Well, I haven't seen that one, but
Oh,
it was not quite as bad as Ishtar, though.
Ah.
And that's all for round 2. Fire up the scoreboard.
Oy, I went down a place.
And now round 3, the last lash. Point values are tripled, and you'll all be answering the same prompt this time. Our last lash prompt is the best place to bury all those bodies.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know if anybody would get the reference though. Damn it. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my.
I phoned that one in, but I couldn't think of anything else. I've never heard of a movie called Birdemic.
Catch a name. But my answer sucks so hard. So
Hand out your votes.
Well, wow.
I like that one.
Also, I do believe I misunderstood. Because I think I wrote mine for the worst place to bury all those bodies rather than the best, but whatever.
I don't know.
Well, what did you expect? Jimmy Hoffa. Starting to think I either got no votes or all the votes.
We shall soon know.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yay!
That's all. Now for the final scores.
I didn't win, but what did I do? Third place. I'll take it.
It's equal for you.
Well done, Grudge.
Yeah, Grudge.
Okay. Hey. Yay.
Okay, well.
Alrighty then. Yeah, sort of bringing that to a bit of a cook. It's always fun. It really is.
It was fun.
Yeah, probably would have been more fun if I
Thanks,
wasn't
Kate.
like this close to face planting, though. Can you
Yeah,
guys still hear me?
yeah, I can hear.
Okay, sorry. It just seemed
Yeah.
like I guess I just killed the convo. That's all.
Oh, it happens.
No,
to me all the
no,
time,
sorry.
it sounds like everything, even the background noise goes away. And then, it's like, okay, everybody's still there? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Well, that and Jen there was sitting really still, and I'm like,
Sorry.
did I just lose my connection and all I see is a still screen? What's going on here?
Oh,
No, I'm
man.
still here.
This thing is getting really tight on. I must be getting a fat head because this thing's getting really tight.
Hey, it's that ego of yours.
Yeah, gotta be.
You say things like, I think I'm getting a fat head, and my brain starts composing insult after insult, and you just shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know it's lovingly done, so. Yeah.
I suppose, how would I indicate that the insults I'm throwing about are not well meant? Maybe that's a rabbit hole down which I ought to not go.
Okay.
At least if you don't do that, Kate, at least you've always got that to fall back on. I didn't mean it. I'm just joking.
Yeah, well, I mean, there have been times when things I've said 100% in jest have been taken as badly as possible. And actually, we sort of saw an example of it earlier tonight.
Yes, we did. Now, I do not necessarily go by the words alone. There are a lot of the nonverbal cues, the tone, the tempo, that whole thing. It's difficult to list the things, but hopefully most people get the idea.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was making reference to this, and someone just a tiny bit amiss and went off on a several-minute long rant about it. And then when I said, wow, I definitely just triggered a rant, didn't I? All of a sudden the floodgates opened and it's like, oh my God, I've never been so insulted. Meh, well, I'm just going to go. And then 5 minutes later, well, then I guess I'll unsub. And it's like a little bit of this going on.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I would hope that something like that most people would take as, oh, that's just a funny thing. But I guess some don't. I don't know.
Some people have a certain amount of just moral outrage. They can't you got to have a sense of humor about yourself a little bit,
Oh, absolutely. You can't get through life without one. I mean, seriously. If I didn't
goodness knows there have been a couple of theists who have thrown, baby eating atheist jokes at me. And I'm like, it's
yeah.
But if someone says something that's clearly humorous, or at least to them is humorous, and you decide to go off and they're not even paying attention to you while you type reply after reply after reply about it, there's a chance you took it just a little too seriously.
Well, talking of things we share that you get in trouble for, I got in trouble for this one, and I thought this was hilarious.
No, what are you doing?
Which one? What? Oh, we can't.
I just shared.
What did
I
you
just shared the screen?
Oh,
in the one. Oh, wait a minute.
Okey-dokey.
It's good, isn't it?
Why?
So, okay, out of curiosity, is there a way to set it to automatically allow someone to share a screen? Because I know because usually when I go to share something on your streams, Diana, it just pops right up. Are you clicking immediately?
No, I think it's a functional difference between Google Meet and StreamYard.
Oh, no,
I don't think you can set it in StreamYard.
I went to Google Meet and it said I could not set up a meet for some reason. Do you have to pay for it?
Yeah, actually, you do. I pay $6 a month.
Okay, that explains it. Well, if I start doing these streams on a more regular basis, I might drop the dough.
Yeah, I mean, I did because to my usage, Meet was the better way for me to go. I mean, it does drive me crazy sometimes, but For the most
what I-
part, it's okay. Say again.
What I don't like about me is you can't see all of us at once.
Right. Yes.
So,
Indeed.
yeah, it doesn't do a share that way.
There
You know,
is something you can do with a sidebar, the way this one has, but you've got to explicitly set it, and then
The only thing I don't like about StreamYards is that it's 6 people only. So if you want to run a larger stream, you can't.
And allegedly, there's a thing where eventually I run out of minutes per month to use on StreamYard.
Depends how you do it. Depends how you do it, Kate. If if you're using StreamYards to do your stream, so it actually sends out your stream, yes, you get only so many hours unless you pay for it. If, on the other hand, you create a private chat and use OBS to grab the screens and stream it yourself, it doesn't count.
The only problem I have with that is that OBS tends to make my microphone go all robot-y, and I don't know why.
Do you use what's the stupid program called? Do you use VoiceMeter?
No, I've never heard of it.
Okay. It's an app for controlling your sounds, and it actually re-encodes and then sends back again. So you can actually use that to get better control over your audio.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know. I just wish I knew what was causing it is all.
Yeah. I'll have to go through it sometime with you, Kate. See if we can sort it out for you.
Okay. Oh, hey,
But,
Hafamo, I got to talk about something. Where is it? Yes. Okay, so I ordered a whole bunch of stuff for the cats because, I can't really go out. I needed like kibble and food and litter and all of that. And so I unboxed a whole bunch of that shit off camera, not realizing that something Vonrick had sent me was in the mix. So I got to thank Vonrick, who's here for Sneakers, not the shoes, the movie.
Maybe,
I haven't seen it in ages, but I remember liking it. And also a bunch of scented soaps, right? Because that's another thing that I was having a hard time getting was soap for the hand washing because I can't get Purell or nothing, right? So I had to get bar soap, but those were all gone too. So there's a bunch of, let's see, what do we have here? Tango Mango, Patchouli Citron, something I definitely cannot pronounce. What Graula de
it will not focus.
Grau de Cura. I don't.
Oh wow.
Let's see, and then there's Yucca Menthe, which I guess is eucalyptus and menthol. I don't know. How odd.
Ugly Geometries just asked if they're Gwyneth Paltrow scented.
Unfortunately, or possibly fortunately, no. This is Charbon Active. Charbon Active? I don't know. And the last one here is Alpine and Spices. How odd. But yeah, so I again thank you to Vonrek for sending me all this stuff. Yeah. So anyway, cool. Anyway, sorry about that diversion. I just saw Vonrek in the chat and I had to say thank you. Okay, you're right. I don't have to thank you, but I want to. You see, because I'm genuinely grateful and I try to be a nice person and people do nice things for me. So thank you.
Good thing, Kate. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I mean, my parents screwed up in many ways, but making me polite, grateful to people was not one of them. They got that one right. I hold doors open for strangers. I overtip wait staff. I say please and thank you to cashiers.
Of course, you don't do any of that at the moment because you're not allowed out in the fucking world.
Well, true. But, okay, you know what's weird though, and I've told this story before, but not on my channel, is when like a couple of months ago, maybe a year ago, I'm like holding a door open for a stranger. Like I see I'm about to go into a place. They're about to come out. So I open the door and step to the side and they give me this look like, what the hell's your agenda, buddy? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm being polite over here. Diana, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Muted.
But yeah, that was such a strange thing that I was like trying to be nice to somebody and they look at me resentfully.
What the fuck's wrong with people?
I don't know. And you're still muted. So man, this happens to Diana all the time. I don't know if you're subbed to her and watch the live streams, but her sound gives out a lot. So
Her
I don't know.
computer doesn't like listening to her.
And I'm holding back the completely disingenuous insult I could throw out there. I'm not going to do it, but because it's not true. But man, you gave me such an opportunity, didn't you? I mean, seriously, I explain to people a lot of the time, you should hear the things I don't say, understand what it's like to live
I would
in
love to hear some of those things that you don't say because, I mean, you've heard me on streams at times, obviously, Kate, where I just say what the fuck comes in my head.
Well, yes, but I think you worry a bit less about torches and pitchforks than I do.
Oh, well, I don't live in America, so...
I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. Sorry, Diana, we still can't hear you.
Believe me, when we can hear you, we'll let you know.
Oh, what are you putting up?
Yeah, this is that webcomic I'm working on. This is probably this is the one I've set as number 1, the first one that I will release when I finally put it on the web. So
I like that.
There
is nothing wrong with... Oh, we lost Diana.
Diana buggered off. She's scarred.
She might reboot, maybe?
Yes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's sad. We need our Diana. But yeah, I've never really worried too much. I mean, I must admit, I piss people off at times with the shit I've said to people, but it's like, generally speaking, if it comes straight in my head in the middle of a stream, I don't mean it. It's just, I think it's funny. And even if it's not funny, I'm only saying my humor to appease me, not anyone else. So,
well, I mean, there are definitely some things that I've said in jest that people have taken seriously, and that's a shame, I think. But there are also definitely times when I've said something that I intended as a quite cutting critique of something someone else has said that they took as humor. So
yeah, it's a two-edged sword, isn't it? So people go, oh, fuck, why do you have to say, oh, actually, I meant that.
It happens.
So,
well,
although I'd still rather have to explain to somebody that I actually meant that insult than people think I was deliberately trying to insult them all the time.
There is that.
I think it's the better side of it to fall on, that people think that you're just being humorous than you really mean this. Although I guess it can look weird in some of my videos, especially when I'm going off at somebody who I really think is an absolute complete arsehole and people think I'm just doing it for humor. So it's like, no, I'm actually pissed off at this person.
Well, I mean, man, it's just every now and then people give me this opportunity, this opening to throw at them an insult that I probably don't even mean. It's really puntastic, you know?
You should say them, though. I mean, especially if they're aimed at me or Diana when we're in the stream, because neither of us are going to take offense at you. So
I suppose, but I've genuinely no crap lost friends doing that kind of thing. So
yeah, that's not going to happen. Trust me.
there's times I wonder whether I'm on the spectrum.
Diana, can we hear you?
I don't know. Can you?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
have that
can.
ability.
Okay, I went out and I rebooted and I came all the way back in. I don't know why this does it. It's got to be something with the hardware. I built this whole thing myself, so maybe I mismatched something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Not something we'll try and figure out right now.
Yeah, it's.
I was just saying to Kate that she shouldn't feel funny. She shouldn't feel like she has to hold back her jokey insults at you and I, because she ain't going to upset us enough to not be her friend anymore.
Challenge accepted. Hold my beer.
Go. Come on, Kate. Give us your best.
Well, that's another thing is I have to be inspired first. I can't just like cold off the top of my head, you know?
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, seriously, I cannot offhand think of something that would make me dislike you, Kate, to the point where I no longer interacted with you. I suppose it could happen, but offhand I can't think of it.
But it's unlikely.
Yes.
Well, I think it might have been you, Diana, who said it, that you've never seen me be mean to someone who hadn't earned it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And I mean, I suppose I have on occasion done that, but usually if I'm going to actually be mean to you, you either have to be attacking me or people who don't deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty rare for me to just lash out for no reason.
I mean, I think I've seen you blow your top only twice.
Yeah. Oh, and a lot of that had to do with me being ganged up upon and having my words misconstrued. And this one is the worst. Having people say they know what I'm thinking better than I do, that they know what I meant when I said something better than I did.
Oh, that pisses me off. That really
you
does.
want me to beat your ass into the ground? You do that shit.
Yeah, I think I remember you on a couple of after shows with a couple people misconstruing you, or there things very important to you that are foundations of your existence that they were making light of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I get it.
Yeah. I mean, like for example, when they say race or gender flip a character in a well-established property,
that was one of the times I remember you blowing your stack.
I get really grouchy when someone doesn't respect the source material when they do a remake or reboot, you know, and it's like it's got nothing to do with you know, the whole thing, not my Ariel with the Little Mermaid and all of that, and they're going to make her black this time around. And I'm like, you know what? I would watch any story about a black mermaid. Got no problem with that whatsoever. But, you know, the Little Mermaid's an already established property. It already has lore based around it.
Yeah.
You know? If you want to have a super spy that is not Sean Connery, name them something other than James Bond. You know, that kind of thing. Not that I care about James Bond. I'm just giving an example. That's the kind of thing. You know, and but I've had people go off like, oh, you're such a bigot then. I'm like, no, I just enjoyed something in a certain form once and I wanted to stay in that form. If you create something completely original, I'm totally cool with it. You know, like in Supergirl, if the black reporter wasn't named Jimmy Olsen, I'd like the character 1,000 times better. If he didn't have a name at all, if it was just, here's this guy, I'm like, hey, he's actually a pretty cool fella. But the fact that they took, you know, nerdy glasses, pocket protector Jimmy Olsen and made him a really tall, suave black guy, I'm like, that's not Jimmy Olsen. You know, I love the character, but that's not Jimmy Olsen. You know, that's the thing is it's got nothing to do with anything other than Jimmy Olsen is already like has these boxes that need checking to be Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, I mean, if you try to make Jimmy Olsen anything but a nerd bucket, for example, it's not going to work.
Yeah. So like, you know, but people would get on me about that going, no, you're just a bigot. And I'm like, no, So, yeah, but of course, at that point, they're not listening anymore because they've already come to their conclusion about what I'm trying to say, and nothing will sway them from it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, ugly German truths. You're sitting here saying Magnificent Seven, thinly veiled remake of The Seven Samurai by Kurosawa. And the funny thing is, Battle Beyond the Stars is a sci-fi remake rather than a Western remake the way The Magnificent Seven was. But they are both, but the thing is, I mean, they changed everything for those. Like The Magnificent Seven did not pretend to be a samurai movie the way that the remake of Battlestar Galactica pretended to be Battlestar Galactica, only completely different.
That fucking annoyed me.
So, I mean, if you want to remake something in a completely different genre where it's the same story but everything else is different, I'm a little more lenient on that. But
do you know the thing that annoyed me most about the remake of Battlestar Galactica? The fact they tried to make it all fucking spiritual.
Did they? I don't know. I didn't watch very far.
They did. They made it all spiritual and woo-woo-y, and it was ridiculous. Whereas the original Battlestar Galactica was all sci-fi.
I got as far as, wow, these people are really grim, and every last one of them is either a sad sack or an asshole, and that, to me, is not the escape I was after. That's not the style of fiction I was after.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of like a lot of things are that dark and grim these days. You look at The Witcher, and I was like, wow, these people do not know how to have a good time, do they? The bard is the only one who knows how to smile in this entire...
Having said that, I really enjoyed The Witcher. So.
I wanted to like it, but I was just like, wow. I mean, like, the best fiction gets me attached to characters, makes me care whether they live or die. You know, makes me wish I could spend time with them, hang out with them. That's the best fiction for me. And unfortunately, with The Witcher, the only one I gave a shit about was the bard because he seemed like a fun fella. You know, I mean, take a look at Firefly. Firefly has its dark and grim moments, but at the same time, you also see those dark and grim characters occasionally playing some weird made-up version of basketball where, you know, Kaylee is riding on someone's shoulders kind of stuff, and they're all laughing and having fun. And then they also get grim and dark sometimes, and I'm like, this is a good balance.
Yeah, and Ms. Jessa over here makes a good comment. Even the character of Robin Hood has been changed over the centuries. Heck, even Jesus was remade in each gospel. Remaking Jesus to a white guy? No, that doesn't work. Sorry.
Yeah, actually, you have a point there. I mean, the way people picture Jesus these days is not even possible, historically speaking.
Yeah, well, because that's a middle-aged image of Jesus concocted by the Catholic Church, isn't it?
Well, there's some lore running around that the image of Jesus you see in many of the portraits is based on one of the Medicis, the son of one of the Medici popes.
Okay, you're going to need to spell that word because I'm hearing meta cheese.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, okay.
To be quite honest, that actually sounds kind of nice.
Good, meta cheese. I could totally see someone marketing meta cheese right next to the Velveeta.
Let's see, Medici, I believe is the spelling.
Oh, that. Okay.
Meta cheese on I can't say the word. Existential toast. Ruins a good line when you can't fucking say the word, doesn't it?
Okay, later, stoverist.
Meta cheese.
Yes, definite meta. Oh my! The particular person's name was not Medici, but he was said to be a son of a Medici, and I cannot Prince something or fucking other.
Yeah, at this point, I have no idea what you're talking about at all.
Yeah, and it may not even be true.
So if
oh, there you are. No, yeah. Cesare Borgia is the character.
Wasn't that the
So,
name of one of those like Lucretia Borgia? Didn't she like kill her family with an axe and eat them or something?
That was
That
my
is who I'm
word.
thinking of, right?
Yeah, she's in that family. Yeah, she was well known for murder. Yeah, I had it all wrong. Yeah, it was definitely Cesare Borgia, and I'm gonna find if I can figure out how to share this.
I swear there was something about her murdering and eating people, but apparently not, according to Wikipedia.
you know, if Jesus had been a Time Lord, it'd make a lot of sense because he would have just regenerated afterwards, would have looked enough different that they wouldn't have recognized or were hanging around with Jesus, and could have made a lot of sense.
But then how would they
Yeah.
know that he had gotten out of the tomb? They'd
Okay.
see the
image. Okay, to the
stranger
download.
going like, "Oh yeah, look, it's me. I'm resurrected." They're like, "You're totally not Jesus," you know.
No, that's true.
No, we
It's like you went from looking like Tom Baker to some other dude, and you're not Jesus.
Oh,
It would have been even worse if they changed sex in the middle of the regeneration, because they would have no one would have taken them fucking seriously back then.
But I don't know. Like,
okay, so we're gonna share application window.
Actually, Jesus as Q, maybe.
Jesus is Q.
Yeah, but I gotta what is this we're looking at?
That is the Cesare Borgia, allegedly upon whom the Jesus portrait was. It's mostly. I mean, does that guy look familiar?
Yeah, that does sort of look. Because, and I have to say, like, I'm a little surprised that they make Jesus look quite so, what's the way to put it? Poncy, I suppose. He has that very delicate look to him where I'm like, what if Jesus was this big and beefy brawling mofo, That would have been a much more interesting Messiah.
I must admit, Mage Grey Wolf, they have completely rewritten Doctor Who's history, and if anyone wants to be pissed off about something in Doctor Who, don't be pissed off about them casting a woman as the Doctor. Be pissed off about that. Because
I was waiting and waiting and waiting for a woman to be cast as the Doctor because, okay, I mean, to my eyes, the Doctor would change so much from regeneration to regeneration. I'm sitting there with, why not a woman? There were even some comments made.
I mean, personally, I would have been a lot happier if instead of a female Doctor, they had done a Romana spinoff.
Well, that would have worked too. But I mean, there is not. There was talk in the history of Doctor Who way back after Tom Baker and everything of actually casting a female Doctor. It's not a new thing. It's not something that is totally ruled out by the history of the show or anything like that. But what they've done at the end of the last season, where they've basically, after bringing back the Time Lords, had the Master kill them all. Spoilers for everybody. And then decide that the Doctor is not actually a Time Lord and has more regenerations going back before Hartnell. That pisses me off because that flies against all the history in Doctor Who.
Well, yeah, I didn't know about that. I mean, I basically, my Doctor Who experience is Baker to McCoy, and that's it.
I love McCoy.
Really, because I hated him. He's what convinced me to stop watching the show.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Tom Baker, obviously the best Doctor. If you dispute me on that, I'll hurt you. But
oh, okay.
But I definitely liked what's his face who looked like he wanted to be John Tesh. I think he was one of the Davidsons or something. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Peter Davidson.
The one before Baker or after Baker?
He was definitely after because I haven't watched before. But I don't know if he was immediately after.
Peter Davidson, all creatures great and small Peter Davidson.
I wouldn't know about that either. I just know that he seemed to, for some reason, have celery on his lapel all the time.
That's Peter Davidson.
Yeah, Peter Davidson.
Okay. Colored suit, yes.
I had the biggest crush on him when I was young. He was adorable, especially not so much from Doctor Who, but I used to watch All Creatures Great and Small, where he played a vet. and he was absolutely fucking gorgeous.
I saw
I mean,
him
he still
there
was when he was doing Doctor
before
Who.
I
But
saw
fuck,
him
he was
in Doctor Who.
well, but he was gorgeous, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he
Dana?
was good. Yeah,
Fucking good-looking man. He was still is, even in his.
I'm going to go ahead and say, I mean, every now and then there is, some guy that I see, and he's a cutie, David Tennant.
Okay, well, this is the guy I was talking about right here.
Yeah,
that's Peter Davison.
Yeah, Peter Davidson.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Ugly German Truth. I know about the whole stories of the looms and the other, but the Doctor isn't the other. The Doctor is like a rebuild of parts of the other through the looms, which they used to make the Time Lords in. It is very different from what they've said in New Doctor Who, where they basically said the Doctor was an alien that one of the early Gallifreyans found, and then they copied her ability to regenerate. That totally changes it all.
Really screwed up, but okay.
I agree. It is fucking screwed up.
I mean, the thing is that I don't know. I got into Doctor Who kind of late in the 80s, I want to say, because the local PBS started having it along with Red Dwarf. And I started watching it and I thought it was neat. But what they would do, instead of, you know how they'll break the stories up into multiple episodes, what they had done was they had removed all of the the credits and the recaps and everything, and mushed every story into one long ass episode instead. So you have the Genesis of the Daleks episode where you find out how Davros created the Daleks. Instead of 4, 5, 6 episodes telling that story, they had just one long episode. And I actually really enjoyed that, but I also remember being absolutely terrified by it when I was that young. Watching it now, it's kind of ridiculous, but I was terrified of it at the time. Also, what was that one character in Genesis of the Daleks where she was actually super hot?
Oh.
What a weird name. I think she ended up being the hero at the end of it, where she was leading the resistance afterwards or something.
Yeah. I don't remember what a character's name is.
I think that's Betten.
I love Genesis of the Daleks. I think it's one of the ultimate episodes ever made for Doctor Who.
Yeah, I agree.
It's too looking.
The Nazi correlations between the Khalids and the Nazis, how that's the whole thing. I mean, even the way they walk around and they dress and everything, it is just so much analogous to the Nazis and everything. And yeah,
maybe she's not as hot as I remember, because I'm looking at some of these pictures and maybe they're lousy shots, but wow. Okay, whatevs.
Am I trying to look at the name for the person?
And of course, what's her face was pretty awesome too. Ace. I liked Ace.
See, I agree there, Mega Grey Wolf. Why, if the Doctor had infinite regenerations because she wasn't actually a Time Lord, did she need to get given new regenerations? That's stupid.
Seriously, does anybody not like Ace? Anybody? Apparently not. Okay.
I'm trying.
Not like Ace. I love Ace. Ace beating a Dalek to death with a baseball bat was fucking awesome.
Man, I should probably rewatch everything. Is Doctor Who streaming anywhere?
I don't know.
They did for a while have all of them on Netflix, but I don't think it does anymore.
Yeah, I actually had to break out my Red Dwarf discs because they're not streaming it on Netflix anymore, or Hulu, or Amazon Prime Video.
Well, that's annoying. I don't know where Doctor Who is at the moment. Dorothy Gale. Ace is amazing. She's actually my favorite companion.
Dorothy Gale, isn't that the name of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz?
Ace's name is Dorothy. I don't know if it was Gale though.
Okay, I am absolutely convinced that Dorothy Gale is the name. Dorothy Gale. Yeah, Wizard of Oz. That's Dorothy's full name from the Wizard of Oz. So unless Ace's name is the same, I don't know.
No, I don't know if her name was the same, but I know her first name was. I'm pretty sure it was Dorothy.
I mean, maybe it turns out that Ace's name is also Dorothy Gale, and Ace is just a nickname. I don't know.
No, Ace is definitely the nickname.
Right, but what I mean is I don't know whether like Ace is a nickname or her actual name, and maybe her actual name is, Dorothy Gale.
I can't actually find it. It's not on.
I suppose I could have done this better by going to a wiki instead
Yeah,
of.
see, I don't think they ever actually say her second name. She's only ever called Dorothy. I don't think she was given a second name in the series. Her first name is Dorothy. Although that she is mentioned in the Sarah Jane Adventures, so it is possible they gave her.
Oh, apparently yes. Her name is
Last
Dorothy
name.
Gale Ace McShane is her name.
Okay.
All right. I don't know. I should probably, because all I really remember is that Tom Baker was great. Sylvester McCoy was awful. Peter Davison was basically discount John Tesh. And that's about everything I remember about the Doctors at all. I should
Colin Baker had shit scripts. That's what I remember.
I also remember
Colin Baker was a good actor, but God, some of his scripts were dreadful.
I also remember that. Okay, Tom Baker will always be the best Doctor, but the second best has to be Rowan Atkinson. Did you ever see Curse
Yeah,
of
I've seen
Death?
it.
Oh my gosh, that is such a great thing. And he played the Doctor perfectly.
Which made, what's her name, the first female Doctor?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking
about. What is her name? From Absolutely Fabulous. But what the hell is her name?
Wait a minute, the character's name or the actress?
The actress.
The actress.
Lala Ward.
No. That's Romana. Curse of Fatal Death. Yeah. And her name is Joanna Lumley.
Oh yes, that's her. Yeah. Which people would know her from Absolutely Fabulous.
Patsy from Absolutely Fabulous, yeah. And part of why I didn't get that was because I was trying to remember what's her face's name, the other one.
The other name, yeah, who's I can't remember her name either.
Yeah, that would be Jennifer Saunders.
It would be from French and Saunders.
Yes.
Dawn French.
I have tried so hard to get into Absolutely Fabulous, and I can't do it.
They have some awesome episodes surrounded by absolute garbage. That's the problem with the series. You get the occasional highlight that's absolutely amazing, and the rest is boring as fuck. It's not funny.
Well, okay, there's a thing. Like, this came out in the early 90s, Ab Fab did. And I think much like Seinfeld, it's a product of its time and it doesn't translate well.
No, I watched it when it came out, Kay. It wasn't any better then.
Okay, fine. But I mean, still, it has a 90s vibe in my Never Home.
It definitely has a 90s vibe to it. But to be honest, it wasn't. It was very much like I said. Then you got the really good episode that somebody had written this absolutely amazing episode, and then all around it was shit, and that was the problem. So you had to watch a whole season to get a good episode, and that got really old really quickly.
Yeah, there are a bunch of TV shows where I bet if I told people I tried to like it and couldn't, they'd be horrified.
Yeah, well, that's how I feel about Seinfeld. I've tried to watch it and I
Oh,
couldn't.
well,
I can't. I don't
Seinfeld's
like
pretty
Seinfeld.
bad.
It
I
is.
mean,
It is dreadful.
it's a product of its time. You know, back in the 90s, the kind of humor they were doing made perfect sense. Now you watch it and it's like, that's not the world we live in anymore.
Except for the fact that I watched it during the 90s and I still didn't like it.
Okay, but I'm willing to bet if they tried to release it now, it wouldn't connect with
Oh,
me.
no, it wouldn't connect with anyone, I don't think.
That's what I'm saying is that it's a product of its time.
Yes, it definitely is. But it's also so derivative. It was really hard to find anything to like about it.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. But I mean, there are other shows. I think this is going to get me a lot of hate by saying this, but I could not watch past the first episode of Rick and Morty. And the problem was that they've managed to seriously piss me off because, as I understand it, the writers wanted to see how many times they could get What's-His-Face to say Morty in one episode. And apparently it was like 96 times. And it bugged me the way they did it because after a while I was just like, why is this supposed to be funny? And then after a little more of a while, I was like, okay, this is starting to get annoying. And then after another while, I was like, okay, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Never say that again. You know, I mean, maybe if that had been the 8th episode, it would have been funny. But it wasn't, and it pissed me off. And so I never watched it again. You know,
it's one of those things, Rick and Morty, that it's very clever in a lot of the stuff it does, but it's not necessarily funny.
Okay, well,
I don't know. So many people get into the other episodes. Oh no, I like it too, but it's one of those things. I've watched episodes that like fuck, but that's really clever. That's a really good insight into the way shit happens and stuff like that. But it wasn't particularly funny.
Okay, but I don't know. I just think I might have had a better chance to get into it if that hadn't been the first episode.
Oh, I honestly think the first episode was kind of crap. The second episode was way better.
Now, there's another show that I'm going to mention, and before anyone says anything, yes, I've watched both the British and American versions, and I still didn't like them. The Office.
Oh. Yeah, but Ricky Gervais sucks.
Whether he does or not, the show was no fun to watch.
No, I agree.
And the reason I didn't enjoy it was just because I don't really find humor in people humiliating each other unintentionally. You know, where someone's just put in a really awkward position and everyone has that uncomfortable silence. That's not that funny, especially when it seems to be the basis for the entire show. No reaction. Okay.
I'm agreeing with you, Kay. I think it's a bad premise for a show. Situational comedies need to be about situations that are actually funny, and when people are constantly being put in bad situations, it's not funny. It's shit.
Now, there is one show that at first I hated it, but I gave it a second try and realized, oh, that's what they're doing, and ended up loving it. And that's It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Because
I've only seen a few episodes, but I have liked them.
Well, what I didn't realize at first was that it was almost entirely improv. And when I realized that, it helped. But another thing that I didn't realize at first is that these are the worst, most narcissistic people in the entire Western universe, and therein lies the humor. You know, I was looking for someone to like without realizing I'm supposed to hate all of them. And that's why it's funny. You know, when I got that through my head and I realized, wow, these people are assholes. And so engage that part of my brain that sort of likes darker humor. And when I remembered, oh yeah, this probably isn't all that well written because it's completely improv, all of a sudden something clicked and I realized I like this show a lot. So
yeah, I like what I've seen of it. I just haven't seen a lot of it. So
well, I'd say it's worth it in my never humble opinion.
yeah, I've got so many shows I need to finish catching up on that it's just it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, because if I spend all my time doing that, I'd never get anything done, and I'm struggling to get things done some of the time anyway. So,
well, I mean, but with all of the quarantine and the social distancing and everything, consuming media is probably one of the primary forms of coping we have today. And
Yeah.
so, but the thing is, I have such a hard time finding anything new to watch that isn't either terrible or I don't realize it's going to be good or whatever. I don't know. It's really hard to pick something new. But when I ask people for suggestions and explain my tastes, people don't understand my tastes. And so suggestions are useless, which is a problem. But I'm looking for something new to watch. Granted, I have a whole bunch of stuff I haven't watched yet. I should start doing this instead of Red Dwarf because I haven't ever seen this. And I know a lot of people tell me it's awesome and are probably horrified that I've never seen Kids in the Hall. But I don't know.
Best time for everything.
Because that was around so long ago. I thought you would have stumbled across it at one point or another.
Oh, I've stumbled across it. I just think that when it was new, it was on at the same time as something else I was watching and just never got around to seeing it. It's kind of like I don't remember what else was on, but I never saw In Living Color because it was on at the same time as something else as well. Not sure I would have liked it necessarily, but I might have. I don't know. It was a kind of humor that I didn't really enjoy that much.
No, I have to.
I don't know.
A slice of this and see if it turned out any good.
It was also probably another product of its time thing. Like if I'd watched it when it was new, it would have made sense. But I mean, I've gone back and watched stuff I remember loving in the 90s and thinking, wow, I was an idiot back then, wasn't I?
Oh yeah, there's always shows like that. There's also things like there's stuff I watched in the early 80s that I have fond memories of, but I can't watch now.
Yeah.
Because, especially sci-fi, because some of it was great stories and the special effects were impossible to get past. So you go.
Can you name names?
Yeah. Blake 7.
I've only watched a little of that.
I mean, having said that, there are episodes of Blake 7 that don't rely heavily on the special effects and they are still totally watchable. But the ones where they did are very, very hard to watch.
Now, what I vaguely remember, wasn't the spaceship always like a photocopy of a spaceship that was being zoomed in on by the camera and stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah. The special effects were dreadful. The sets were great, though. They actually made some absolutely great sets. And they did a lot of things, a lot of shows they actually ended up basing more around what was happening in the sets and tried to keep away from the special effects. So those episodes haven't dated as bad, but they tried to do space battles and things like that on this low BBC budget, and it just does not work.
Sometimes I wish I could go back in time with my computer and offer my special effects services, my animation services to television and have people wonder like how the hell I'm managing it, you know? I mean, for example, like what if you were to go back to even say 1980, before Tron, and showed people Toy Story and asked them, what are you seeing? How were these images made? What do you think they'd say? Because it doesn't look like stop motion or it's the cleanest stop motion.
It would depend who you went to. I mean, if you were showing people at Industrial Light and Magic, they probably know how you did it, but they know how it could be done, but not how you did it. Like they'd be going, this is done on computers. How fucking long did this take you to do?
I wonder sometimes. I don't know. I have a lot of weird bring something from now back to the 80s or the 50s fantasies. What would people think? You know, like bring 80s hair metal to the 50s and see what happens.
You probably get thrown in prison.
I'm curious. Or take a TV show that we have now that's got like the most amazing stories and special effects and like a multi-season story arc, like Babylon 5 kind of thing. But it
Oh,
has
yeah.
some kind of racy or subversive bits to it. Would people let the amazingness of the imagery and the story overcome their stick in the mud conservative ideas of what should and shouldn't be allowed?
Probably not.
Mm.
That would be the thing. Because I mean, even for the time, I mean, how reluctant were people to accept some of the stuff that was on Star Trek? I mean, just because you're going to have better special effects doesn't mean people are going to accept it.
Well, maybe. I'm still amused that it took them till, I think it was Psycho, before anyone was allowed to show a toilet in the movies.
Okay.
You know what I also find fascinating, though? There's things that people could get away with saying and doing on television in the 60s and 70s that you wouldn't even dream of trying to do now.
Like?
Well, there's things that would be considered racist or sexist now that wouldn't get on television. No problems back then. You could say a sexist joke on TV and you'd be perfectly fine with it.
I'm willing to bet if you go back far enough, you can find people referring to Black folks, African Americans, people of color as colored people, and it being completely accepted back then.
Oh, sure. I remember one of the shows where it featured a black lady starring for the first time, which was a show called Julia. Trying to remember the woman's name. She played a nurse. And one of the lines in the very first episode was, "I'm colored." And the doctor that's hiring her says, "Well, what color?"
Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Chartreuse. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if the person's name was Diane Carroll or if I'm being weird.
Oh, by the way, and I'm not sure how many of you will even understand this because I don't know how many of you have seen it, but I know Diana will understand. There's a new episode of the Alt-Right Playbook up.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, I'm not sure I agree with this one.
Oh, well, great. Wonderful. I mean, there's one of the best parts about...
How long does it go for, Kate?
What, the whole series or just this one?
This one.
I mean, I think it came out yesterday and it's about, 15, 16 minutes long, give or take?
A bit too long. So what's the main point? Because I haven't seen it yet.
For those who don't know, the Alt-Right Playbook is basically a critique of the way that the extreme right wing in the United States tends to behave and operate. And it's a very interesting take on politics today. And honestly, at times, it's a bit of an emotional gut punch. It's like, oh my gosh, I've seen that happen and it's horrible and I don't know how to fight it and things like that. So, but basically the new episode seems to touch a little bit on the election that we're having right now and why you should choose lesser evils. But I'm not entirely certain that's what was intended exactly. I'm going to have to watch this new episode again.
I see this as a problem with your political system because you vote for... Sorry, Diana.
When I'm viewing something with which I don't agree, that's what I'm going to watch over and over again to see where the producer is coming from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, I have to watch it again myself because I'm not sure if I completely interpreted it correctly. It might be that it agrees with me but was phrased poorly. It might be that that's not the case at all. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So I've got to get over there and, definitely something. I mean, it took me long enough to watch the first few, and then I definitely have to get there and see it.
Yeah.
See, this is what I see as a problem with your political system. Too much power is given into the hands of a single individual.
There is that, although technically that individual is supposed to have some checks and balances through Congress, but that's sort of been eroded over the last decade or three.
Well, there's the darn thing is that over the years, over the decades, the power has been concentrating at the top.
Mhm.
The White House definitely has a lot more power now than it did, say, I'm going to pick 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, what you gonna
See,
do?
whereas for us, if you don't like the person who's the leader of the party that you like, that doesn't necessarily matter because you're still voting for the party. You're not voting for the leader.
Well,
there's
that's something that people are having a hard time understanding about my position and the positions of a lot of the people who are younger than I am, is that we're not voting for parties anymore. The only reason we call ourselves Democrats is to vote for someone like Bernie Sanders. And you know, and so the fact that a lot of the older Democrats and the Democrat National Committee, the DNC, think that they can automatically count on our votes no matter what. Like we're like party loyalists. That's something they don't get, is that that's not possible anymore. That's an older time, and we're not there anymore.
This is where I was thinking today that I wanted to make a film on this. I have to get around to it. Where what I'm seeing from everybody who's talking about voting for Biden, getting behind, they are assuming that because you're registered Democrat, you're in line with the party. You're in line with the party. There's got to be a better word than higher ups, but in the party leadership.
The elite, the establishment, the party establishment.
It's that way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, when I tell people the candidate has to earn my vote, I've actually asked people. I've been asking people for several days now, and mostly yesterday. Give me a reason to want a Joe Biden presidency that has 100% to do with his policies and nothing to do with ousting Trump. Why would a Biden presidency be something I'd find desirable? And nobody can do it.
Right.
Like every answer I've gotten to date has been, but Trump. I'm like, okay, but you know what? When Biden's in office, he's going to be doing things, and I'd very much like those to be good things, not less crappy things. And whenever you start talking like that, well, you're responsible for Trump now because you're not going to vote for the election.
Right.
Oh, people, that is not how you build bridges. I mean, as I see it, I mean, I'm a rabid and screaming Bernie supporter. I was raised in South Burlington, Vermont. Bernie's been part of my life since I was 5, right? And so like me saying, give me a reason to vote for Biden that has to do solely with Biden. And people telling me, but Trump. I'm like, I'm trying to build bridges, people.
I got something for you, Diana.
I'm asking for people to like, you know, why should I be on your side? And they want to give me, the only reason they want to give me is the reason I've asked them to not give me, and it's bizarre.
Yeah, okay, that one. I've got 1 or 2 of those lying around here somewhere.
Oh, speaking of stuff that's lying around, I have my sarcastic 9-ball. You've heard of the Magic 8-ball? This is the sarcastic 9-ball. It's got the thing with the thing. I'd ask for a question and then read it out, but it's actually strangely dark, and I'd have to turn on a shit ton of lights to read it. But yeah.
Yeah, and then of course they automatically assume that the person who's going to replace Trump is going to be the perfect president ever.
Well, even when they don't assume that, because sometimes they don't. They just say, well, a lesser evil is better than a greater evil. And I'm like, yeah, but when do we get an actually good? When you keep settling for lesser evils, where's the incentive for the people in power to give you an actually good? Even a lesser good would be acceptable than the rabid and screaming paladin I'm after, but they keep offering evils instead of goods. So what power do I have to force that change than to let the people in power know that I'm not voting for their candidate by default?
Mm-hmm. And there's the interesting thing. I mean, there are some things, and then you end up killing yourself with the same. You get yourself as well as them. And
What?
general strike won't work. You won't get enough people on board.
Well, and that's part of the problem. I keep explaining to some folks that them saying a third party can't win, therefore they won't vote for one, is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, well, I'm not going to vote for it because it can't win. Well, maybe if you voted for it and they voted for it and they voted for it and they voted for it, maybe it could win. So maybe if you stop waiting for everyone else to be ready and said, I'm the one who's ready, maybe people will start joining up. But until you say, I'm not going to be on board until it can win, just tells me you're a fucking wimp.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing is it takes a lot of time. I'm not going to see a win in my lifetime. I'm not going to live to be 120. But if I don't start, if somebody doesn't start, it's not going to happen at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I get a lot of hatred and scorn for taking this position, but I guess that's a storm you got to weather,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say that people who nominated someone after being told repeatedly, I will not vote for a non-progressive, I will not vote for a neoliberal, I will not vote for a centrist, and after being told that literally since 2016 and before, they still say, okay, here's another conservative, neoliberal, centrist corporate stooge, and if you don't vote for them, you're responsible for Trump. It's not the shitty choices I made that alienated you. No, no, no. The fact that you wouldn't capitulate makes you responsible for Trump. Well, you know what? No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to offer a viable alternative, not just an alternative.
Well, you know what we need? Ranked choice voting. You want to have more than two parties in this country? Rank choice voting. That way people can feel safe about saying like, okay, here's all my top choices. Now here's my safe choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what
you
we
want
need.
the voting system we have.
I guess so. I don't really know much about your
Well, we
voting.
have preferential, so you offer preferences, so which is the same thing as you're talking about.
Hey, we got ourselves a purple rhymes with orange over here.
Hey, Peppo.
Hi, sweetie. Hi.
How is ya?
It's not long till Purple stream.
Yeah.
It says here he's working, but listening, which means I guess you're not going to come in and chat with us. That's a shame because I like you and you should chat with us. But if you're going to watch and listen, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I know. I suppose we could always invade his stream.
Yeah, no, your political system needs a complete fucking overhaul.
Oh,
I mean, ours
really does.
Perfect, but yours is fucked up.
And the thing is, I have to wonder, can we have that overhaul in a peaceful and democratic fashion?
I don't think so anymore.
Well, yeah, I think you've got major problems with that.
And this is one of the things. This is one of the things that's delaying the changeover, is because people are worried, validly, I would say, that the changeover would be tumultuous.
I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't get my YouTube channel yanked, because there are certain things you cannot say without having, like, for example, the NSA breathing up your ass. But I mean, I don't want to encourage any black helicopters flying over my apartment, but if a peaceful revolution doesn't work, and if other countries won't let me emigrate, which they probably won't, because who needs a YouTuber lesbian? Like, I have nothing to offer them beyond my tax revenue. Like what options are there? Just live with it? Because I don't really think that's an attractive option. But the other options I can think of are the sort of things that get you arrested for even trying them, for even discussing them, for even like thinking them.
Yeah.
So what do? I mean, again, I go back to the alt-right playbook, and they talk about, there's one video called How to Radicalize a Normie. And it talks about this hypothetical guy named Gabe who feels rejected by a lot of society. But he's also, a gamer. And so he's on this gaming site, which has been invaded by right-wingers who slowly start putting their right-wing propaganda into the group. And because Gabe is in that group to feel a sense of community, where he's like, I love this game and I want to hang out with other people who love the game or anime or whatever it is. I think anime is their example, actually, rather than a game. But the point is that he's part of a fan culture that is slowly being invaded by right wingers, by fascists. And because he wants to remain in the community, he starts putting up with it and slowly starts absorbing it. And then the next thing you know, he is a rabid and screaming right-wing fascist.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about how this is why a lot of school shootings have happened, because there's this deniability now where the right-wing groups that are starting this stuff, like they have no control over what is done by the people who have bought into their narrative, who have drunk their Kool-Aid. But these are the people who go out and because they feel so rejected and so alone, they start lashing out and sometimes quite violently. And I think what the neoliberals don't realize is right now they're doing the same thing. Right now they're creating an environment where people feel like they don't belong. They're creating an environment where people feel like they have no community, that they feel powerless. And it eventually what will happen is there's going to be someone who acts out. And when they act out, it's going to create more people acting out. And it's gonna get worse, and it's gonna get worse, and it's gonna get worse. And like they have the power to stop it, but I don't think they have the desire or the will.
And meanwhile, the alt-right is loving every minute of this because when the kids, the loners are not accepted, start acting out, then the fascists can step in with law and order, as they always do.
Someone else has clearly watched the alt-right playlist. So, yeah. But you see this image I have up on the screen there. I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about, is when the left wing, when the DNC has basically given the middle finger to Bernie supporters. This is not a recipe for a healthy transition to a better government.
Well, of course, the DNC types, the Democrat elite types, think that they're absolutely right. They cannot be wrong. There is no way that they're Christians, basically, politically.
I don't know. Apparently, Finland welcomes me. When the government says that, let me know. I mean, I'm happy to be wanted by you, but well, I mean, would the government let me emigrate? And also, how difficult would it be to learn to speak Finnish, or does everyone there speak English? Because
you probably get in here all right, Kate.
Well,
Australia?
Yeah,
I suppose that the first thing is that you would have to start.
I mean, granted, we have a douchebag of a prime minister at the moment who's a fucking right wing. Well, he's a center right, fucking Christian Fundy.
Well,
Christian Fundy was ever center right.
He's center right, but he's definitely a Christian Fundy.
Okay, I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. Didn't Bernie lose the vote again? Did the Democratic voters not count at all for you? I don't know what you mean by that. But
I'm looking at that and I'm seeing what the you're responsible for Trump people are saying.
Kinda.
Yeah.
But I've heard rumors about Australia not being the most LGBT friendly place in the world, which
Yeah, not
worries me
true.
a smidge. But I've heard really good things about New Zealand, actually.
New Zealand is actually pretty good.
And I would not mind going there to at least see if it's okay. And to see if they'd ever like let my ass in. Plus, I have at least one friend there, so that's a thing. Yeah. Okay. So almost
Yeah,
everyone in Finland
I
speaks
know
a little
people say
English.
it's not LGBT friendly here, but it actually is quite friendly here, especially compared to a lot of places in the US.
So I'm seeing here everyone
it's
here,
way better than the UK.
Here is Finland. Speaks a little English, enough that I could be understood. What does the winky face mean? I don't know. Anyway, you were saying though.
We're definitely better here as far as that goes than say the UK or a lot of places in the US. I mean, there's some spots in the US that would be better than Australia, but in general, we're pretty accepted. The laws are good. We took a long time to have gay marriage, but it's enshrined in law now, and it's not going to change. So yeah,
are there regions that are better than others the way we have here in the US?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go near Queensland if you're LGBT.
Okay.
Adelaide, West Australia, Adelaide and West Australia are actually both pretty good. Sydney's awesome. Melbourne's a bit more conservative, as is Tasmania.
Well, if the immigration parameters are not terribly strict, I'd consider it.
So yeah, my ex was here for a really long time, so
I am right there
it's
with
bloody
you.
hot, okay.
That's okay. Hey, I live in Southern California. I can deal with hot.
Oh well, yeah, no, you'd like it because Perth's like Cali.
Here's a question for you, and I'm right here with you, Mage Grey Wolf. I need a place that doesn't get too cold. Cold is a deal breaker in ways hot isn't, unless we're talking thrown into a volcano. But my question then, when it gets hot, is it a dry heat or a humid heat?
Usually dry here.
Okay, good. This sounds nice. This sounds really nice. I might have to consider Australia. I know my dad thinks it's ridiculous to try looking for an exit strategy, but honestly, I don't feel like I have a place in the U.S. anymore. Not really. Our
state government,
like a nice kid. Here's $1. Go play.
Our state government here is a Labor government, so that's left. Both our major political parties in Australia are you've still got your left and right, but they're very centrist. So you've got two centrist governments, and they're on either side of that left and right. So if you want the extreme left, you go Greens here. Extreme rights are the religious parties, and they get quite nuts. But yeah. But in generally speaking, yeah, it's pretty laid back here, Kate.
Okay. So, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind picking up the accent.
It sounds good on you.
It might. And I have found that if I'm surrounded by an accent, I do slowly start to pick it up, and sometimes not so slowly. I don't know if you were in that stream with it was a whole bunch of us, but also a very stable milking stool was there. You know that guy? And the rhythm of his speech was like, I don't know what it was, but I started falling into it. Like I was still pronouncing things in an American way, but I was saying my sentences in the same cadence.
Oh, that's cool.
And I couldn't help it. Like I wasn't able to not do it. You know, it was
Scotland would be cool. I have issues with the UK in that it is like TERF and LGBT fight central at the moment. So that is the problem with the UK.
Well, you know, for me, the problem with the UK, the real deal breaker would be the weather. Because as I understand it, it's overcast a lot, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I left Seattle was seasonal affective disorder. Couldn't do it. Just like the clouds were killing me. After 20 years, I had to get out. and I'm actually a much better person for it. I mean, I live in sunny ass California now, and I feel much better, much happier, much more stable just because of the sunlight.
I mean, we're in April now, so we're heading in. We're in our autumn, heading into winter. It's 34 degrees. I mean, you're going to say, "What's that?" That's 93 for you.
93. Wow, that is warm.
Yeah, that's nice. I don't have the fan on, but I should do. But I can use a swamp cooler here most of the year. It doesn't get too humid, so. But we have normal air conditioning as well, so. Oh, okay, that's nice.
Maybe it's a purely regional thing, but I have yet to hear one actual, not in a movie or TV show, Australian actually say "G'day, mate."
Yeah, it is a regional thing. You'll hear it more from people who are Queensland and New South Wales. It's a more common thing to say that. So if you are ever on six pack, you might actually hear Atheist Pastor say it.
I don't know what this is. So, 6 pack, you said?
Yeah, 6 pack. It's Friday night, 6 pack. Friday night for Australia, but it's 7:30 my time, so that's like shit o'clock in the morning.
What is it? Is my question.
It's a panel show that Atheist Pastor runs. There's 5 of us who are normally on it. Myself, Chris, who's the Atheist Pastor, Jay, so Nevermore Tavern, that's Jay, Vagrant Sam, and Amanda, who you know.
Yes.
And we're the regulars, and we usually grab a guest on, and we sit around, and most of us drink, and we discuss stuff.
So the guest would be the irregular, I take it.
The irregular, yeah. So I think this week we've got Jen Eldridge on.
Okay.
So, from
I know too many Jens. I don't know which one that is.
Godless Speeches. She's part of.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, man, it seems like so many people are named Jen these days.
There's a lot of us.
Now, the weird thing is, okay, I've seen a lot of Jennifers, but I've never seen them Jennif.
Jennif.
Because they're Jennifers. They obviously Jennif in some fashion.
Yeah. Oh, my niece who, you didn't catch it, but Diana did last night. She often calls me Donkey Tree because Jenny is a type of donkey and a fur is a tree.
A Jenny is a type of donkey?
Yeah. Yes, female donkey.
Never heard this before. Never in my life have I heard that before. Wow.
Well, there you go.
They say you learn something new every day. I'm not sure that's true, but today is definitely one of those days.
So my original Twitter nick was Donkey Tree. I
did not know that. Like, I was today years old when I learned that.
Yeah. I have another YouTube channel that I own that's called Donkey Tree Productions, which I probably should have used because that would have been awesome. But I didn't. I used the one that was originally Bunnypedia, and it's a pain in the ass because I can't make YouTube change that because I've had it for so long. So
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but Donkey Tree sounds like the name of a male porn star.
It does, doesn't it? But yeah. Yeah. You're beeping, Diana.
I don't know.
Are you backing out?
I am a coffee that was doing beep beep beep.
I had a trailer park mocha today, and I don't think my innards agreed with it.
Oh.
There is to go on for to into.
Yeah, for those who don't know what a trailer park mocha is, it's instant coffee and hot chocolate mix. That's a trailer park mocha.
Yeah, I used to do those.
That sounds mocha.
Used to do those in the cafeteria first time at uni. They had the chocolate machines, and you'd get
I've never actually tried to make my own mocha.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well, you can buy the sachets of mochas, the creaming sachets. I don't know if you guys get them in the US or not, but we get them here. Nestle and a few others make them. I've done that before, but never actually
Yeah.
tried to mix shit together myself to make one.
Sorry. Every time someone says uni, I don't know if you ever saw the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon show from the 80s, but
A long time ago.
the little unicorn character, and I know you can't see that because yay focus, but the little unicorn character was named Uni. So every time someone says, "Oh, I went to uni," whoosh, image of a unicorn in my head every time. Can't help it. Yeah, sounds good, except the instant part. But see, the instant part is what makes it a trailer park mocha rather than just a mocha, is that you're using the shittiest ingredients possible while still accomplishing the goal.
Yeah.
I suppose I could have said discount mocha, but honestly, I don't know. It's like I guess I could also have called it a white trash mocha. But the point being that it's yeah.
Slack. It's slack mocha.
It's what went
Lazy mocha. Lazy mocha.
No, because the point is that it's cheap.
I guess, yeah.
Vonrick, why do you ask if I've eaten lately? I don't understand the question. I mean, it's been a little while. I'm trying to remember. I think I had some food after my innards settled down, but I don't remember what it was now. Oh, yes, of course. It was a big old bowl of spaghetti. That's what it was. So, yes, I have eaten recently. It was actually not too long before this stream started. So I guess it's been about
And
4
we've been going 3.5 hours. Damn.
That brilliant.
Okay, Leah Bryant here asks me if I've considered Brazil or somewhere in South America. No, and I'll tell you why. Because I cannot stand Romance languages. Okay, Spanish, French, anything like it. I can't stand anything with gendered nouns. I don't do.
Oh, that's just fucking annoying, isn't it?
Yes, it's so random. It makes no sense. There is no rhyme or reason to why this object is masculine, this object is feminine, and there's absolutely no reason for it whatsoever. You know, like oh, this one ends in O, that one ends in A, for no good reason. It doesn't aid comprehension or communication in any way, so why have it? I won't do it. I'm sorry, I hate it. This is one of the reasons I love Japanese. Japanese is one of the most utilitarian languages I've ever encountered.
No, what's really interesting, I mean, speaking a heavily, what's the word? Heavily inflected language, which is German, which does have the gendered nouns and all that stuff.
Well, German's even worse. It's got 3 genders.
Yeah, and I almost didn't notice any of it. It just, you picked up the article to use along with the noun, and I don't even think about it anymore. Well, of course, I guess that's part of language acquisition, and maybe that's me. Maybe I'm weird.
But that's a separate issue.
Yeah.
You beat me to it.
Well, and don't even get me started on Klingon prefixes. Like, I don't know if anyone has ever tried to learn to speak Klingon, because you can. It's a real language. People can communicate in it. But they have this bizarre, like prefix tree where if you want to express, okay, I did something to someone, or I did something to something, or I did something to multiple somethings, this, that, and the other thing. That's all individual, unique prefixes that go at the front of verbs. But then if it's they did something to me, they did something to something, they did something to other people, they did something to, and none of them make any sense. They're random. There's no like pattern, no rhyme or reason, nothing. And it made the language almost impossible to learn.
Real languages don't evolve like that.
Well, some of them do. I mean,
Yeah,
some
they
of them
do.
really
That's true,
fucked
yeah.
up.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right. Some languages are really fucked up.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. English is one of those really, really fucked up languages.
But
This is the bastard child of Anglo-Saxon and French, basically.
okay, actually, not so much German as Austrian, but that's just genetically. Like my parents are not. Well, I mean, number one, I'm adopted. So even whatever my parents are doesn't matter. But I certainly wasn't raised with any kind of German culture at all in any way. Right. So, yeah, like my dad's side of the family is Sicilian. My mom's side of the family is like culturally, but not religiously Jewish. So, but I mean, genetically speaking, I'm all over the place. Basically, if I want to complete the set, I need Asian, right? Like when they ask me, check a box for race, I always check other and write in human because that's the only correct answer. If everyone fucked everyone till we're all the same color, you'd look like me. I'm not even kidding. I did one of those 23andMe tests, and like basically, seriously, Asian was the only one I didn't have. So
you could fix. You could get the. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. It will come off completely racist.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got me curious. If you really want me to know, put it in the private chat.
It was going to be something about surgeries and how people change the shape of their eyes. So no, I'm not saying.
Okay. I actually thought it'd be kind of cool to have those epicanthic folds because people always think that's like mysterious or interesting or something. I don't know. Or pointy ears, elf ears, not Vulcan ears, elf ears. Just say it. I don't
Do
know.
people know the difference? I don't know why I'm yawning.
Probably
it's midday.
not. And it also depends on what elf. I mean, like, most of the high fantasy elves you encounter have ears like this, but if it's anime, they're out the fuck like this. And I'm like, how does an anime elf wear a helmet or walk through a door?
Yeah.
Because their ears are way the clearer the hell out to hear.
Well, no, maybe the point of those ears is so they can tell if a gap is too wide or too narrow for them.
So just grow whiskers. I don't know. It always struck me as very odd the way that anime elf ears look. I mean, have you ever seen Record of Lodoss War? No, huh? Okay.
Isn't it meant to be a sexual thing for the anime things that they've got those ears like that? Because it's, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know about that part. I just know that there's the elves in that show, their ears stick out almost as far as their shoulders. Like, seriously, I'm not even kidding. Here, have a look. Have a look. Okay, that every time I see an anime elf, their ears stick out like that, and it's bizarre to me. I don't get it.
It's to match their shoulder pads.
I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't even look functional because you're pointing the apparatus that funnels the sound down, whereas how many of these people or how many of these elves have people lying on the floor talking up to them,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I was raised on elves that looked a little more like that.
Yeah.
And the ears go up instead of out. It makes a million times more sense. Oh, hey, this answers a question I've always had, whether or not you can see the cursor when I'm sharing the screen. Okay.
You can actually turn that off, though, when you're sharing.
Well, I've always been curious about it. I mean, there are times I've felt the need for something vaguely laser pointer-esque to point out details on pictures. I'm glad to know that that's a thing.
Moo.
I don't know.
I think I'm nearly done.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm a little on the tired side, and I've ranted, and we've played games, and yeah.
We've had fun.
We have had fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess we're gonna shut it down now. Why don't you folks tell everyone else who you are, where to find you? To basically shamelessly plug yourselves, please. We'll start with Jen.
That sounds bad.
We're starting with me. Okay, hang on a sec. What I'll do is I'll do that. So that's my YouTube channel. So I'm Jen from Jen's Little Corner. You can find me on YouTube, on Twitter, and all sorts of weird and wacky places. And in between, I talk about science, and I debunk assholes and get upset at people who are dipshits. I talk about LGBTQ stuff as well. I a while back I used to do a fair bit of poetry, but I haven't actually done any for a while. Yeah, I know. Poetry, yay!
Everybody
Well, no,
thinks
it's not
they can
that.
do poetry.
I'm a bit of a fan of the filthy limerick, but go on.
Oh, well, I haven't done any of them, but I have done some fairly decent poetry, I think. I even recorded a couple of songs, but mostly for their humor, not because I'm decent at it. So,
Well, while we're on the subject, a Scotsman named Angus MacLeod thought he was quite well endowed. He'd lift up his kilt to show how he was built, no matter how unreceptive the crowd.
woo! Well
Sorry,
done.
That's a Kate Farr original, but anyway, go on.
So yeah, you can find me on there. I have a show coming out on Monday night for you guys in the US, with Shannon Q and Donna T, and Raven will be talking about depression and anxiety and coping with COVID.
Ah, gotcha.
So that should be a lot of fun.
Okay, well, that's good. Diana, tell people who you are and move your facing camera so they can see you.
Now, ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Diana Clarion, the Lavender Lady. How the heck are you? Okay, currently Sundays at noon Eastern, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. I have live streams going, the former being Coffee with Lavender, the latter being the open chat, along with my co-pilot, my right hand, the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Kate Farr, the Bionic Dance, and also the navigator and chief engineer, Mom NATO. And we talk about all kinds of stuff. We might have a theme to start off with, and we might actually stay on it for a minute and a half. And it just basically covers all sorts of very, very interesting subjects, wherever the wind may blow us most of the time. And take that and do whatever you want with it. And in this week, I did come up with a title because Sunday coming is the Roman Catholic Easter. I decided I would give the Coffee with Lavender a title, I Love Cheeses. So maybe we can talk about our favorite cheeses for a minute and a half, and then whatever else comes to mind. And
I've got some opinions on cheese.
Oh, yay. And it's always a beautiful thing. It really, really is. I mean, I think most
Not
of the people.
always.
Okay.
It can turn ugly. It's turned ugly before.
Yes, it has. And but even when it turns ugly, there are things to be learned. And I think that's what the best part about it is. And then the interaction as well. It's a wonderful thing for those who don't get much interaction on their own. I mean, you can either vicariously participate through watching, and there are those of us on channel who are actually participating. And as I say, Sundays at noon Eastern and Tuesdays at 7 Eastern until who the hell knows when. And that's what we do. And someday I'll actually do a little bit more. We'll see what happens. Oh my, I will save my absolute favorite cheese for Sunday.
As will I.
Okay. We will compare notes and see how it goes. And okay, I hope that you folks come by and pay us a visit. The channel is The Lavender Lady. Let's see now. I suppose I could type it into the whatever you call that thing to the right of the screen. But why don't I turn it over to, well, let's see, Jen, you've already done it. And Kate, you own this place.
Yes,
So
I do.
Yes, you do.
I've got this
Uh,
YouTube channel by the freaking balls, lassie.
And thanks for hearing me out. Let's do some typing.
Indeed. So, I guess I'll see you evil geniuses later. If you can't be good, don't get caught. And have fun storming the castle. Catch you
Oh,
later.
yeah.
Bye.